Writing's not that easy, but Grammarly can help. This sentence is grammatically correct, but it's wordy and hard to read. It undermines the writer's message, and the word choice is bland. Grammarly's cutting-edge technology helps you craft compelling, understandable writing that makes an impact on your reader. Much better. Are you ready to give it a try? Installation is simple and free. Visit Grammarly.com today.
Hello, and welcome to Critical Role. A bunch of mysterious voice actors sit around and play Dungeons and Dragons.
Dragon turtle.
We could always use more.
Dragon turtles or ships?
No, people coming.
Oh.
Dragon turtle, that's not good at all.
Have you ever seen one?
I have not, no, have you? No, I haven't.
Oh, but-
Sounds
I
bad.
just don't remember it.
I'm very curious to see your community. Have you just built it up from the natural resources around you, out of the wildlife, or?
Mostly, I think. The folks who were there before me, they told me that they've been building this for quite some time, and then one day I arrived, and they say it's always been here.
How often do people come visit, out of curiosity?
We usually get a few folks every... time's kind of a weird thing. Every few months, maybe?
So, I mean, I've never heard of this place before. I don't know, not that I know a lot of places. How often, like, do people leave to get supplies, or
Does
like,
anyone ever
pick up?
leave at all?
No folks need to leave usually. We find what we need here to survive, and Vokodo provides what's necessary, and we give back to Vokodo as part of that blessing cycle. And
What do you give Vokodo?
Yeah, what do you give to Buukon?
oh, we give Vokodo the gems and the glistening, ripe gifts of Exandria herself. There are deep mines all across this island.
Oh, gemstones.
Aye.
Oh.
Scavenged bits, all sorts of treasure. This isn't a place of
No
commerce.
Do you give Vokodo people?
No.
How many of the
Inside check.
Make an insight check. Go for it. Make an insight check.
This is reminding me of something.
Fire god.
21.
21.
Bit like
I
Shro.
can't come over and give you a whisper. Text it to her.
Yeah, text it to me, text it.
I'll just tell you, because it's easier right now.
Pretend that we don't know.
Exactly.
Because we're actors.
No, they genuinely don't think that's the case.
Okay.
And does Vokodo have a shape, a form, a great beast, a huge?
Well, I've not seen them. They live within the mountain itself, but from what I hear, it's a great, fiery beast, an entity that resembles and encompasses the creation of the world and its eventual destruction. But here is its home, its nest, and we care to it. And as such, I'll give them whatever we need.
Do any of you in the tribe do like, ever? Is that something that
Breathing.
you do?
I think it's the other way. Isn't it?
No.
No,
Is that something that you guys do on the regular?
they look at each other.
You group grown together?
Oh.
Okay, good to know.
No, we have as a hunting group underneath Thero, we have certain calls to make sure we know who we are. I can show you that.
Yeah.
And you watch as the elf woman, Jaina, goes and gives out this kind of like weird sound, this like faint bird noise.
I won't learn how to do that.
Can I try it?
Wait, did you just do that to summon someone else, or that's just what you do?
I don't hear any returning hunting parties, so we're not close to any of the others in the Thero, but
I'm going to try and do that. Caduceus playing the flute. I don't have my flute anymore.
Maybe when we get there.
he gave the flute to his sister.
Give my flute.
Terrible.
Flute away.
I actually cannot wait
Had a
to
purpose.
see your community.
Serve.
This great fiery beast. Are the flames a certain color?
I have not seen. There are some. In fact, our spiritual leader has gone to visit this god, Viridian. Oh, you should meet Viridian. She can play on some
Viridian?
Viridian.
Is that one of the 3 leaders?
Yes. There's Thero, who's the leader of the hunting parties. And our personal, individual, there's Lukash, who is in charge of construction and organization of the actual community. And then there is Viridian, who is kind of the spiritual leader and the one who kind of guides everyone underneath the eye of Vokodo.
Oh.
This sounds amazing. We're so fortunate to have met you. Yes, we'd love to be introduced to the rest of your village, and then maybe we could talk to your 3 leaders about our plans for while guests here.
Yeah,
Of course.
Any like big hotels or anything?
Don't have much in the way of like inns or hotels, but we have places you could stay. There's some room, but we can start putting on something together for you. It's always expanding. We're cutting down and making this place just grow and swell with each new member.
Amazing.
Have you any memories of the mainland outside of this island?
I mean,
Do you remember an inn?
and she looks over to Pono, and Pono goes, the thing is, when you come to the center of the world, the rest of it doesn't matter that much.
Sometimes KK, sometimes people just don't want to remember some things, right, Caleb? I mean,
Yeah, but the center of the world seems like such an
An opinion?
subjective thing.
I mean, we all think we're the center of our worlds, right?
We're all the center of our own world.
And yet, you found yourself here. And
Well-
that is a true sign of a blessed guided journey, is it not?
It is not.
Yeah, that's some pretty culty talk.
I think the Traveler and Vokodo should definitely meet.
I mean, if this traveler's your god, you say, that would be interesting.
Maybe they know each other already.
Maybe they do. I mean, the Traveler gets around, so he's been here already.
If there's a
Pretty big deal.
Then Viridian, you
flashy
should definitely
volcano
speak.
god, I bet Traveler knows about him.
You mentioned an eye? The eye of...
Oh, just at night, the glowing sight You see she points to the top of the mountain, and Pono kind of gives another like backup point and goes, but when it's real dark at night, sometimes you can see the glowing top of the mountain, and that we know is Vokodo looking down over us and keeping us safe.
Oh, I'm really excited to see that.
Or, magma.
Right, it could just be where the rock surface is thinned to the point where
Don't
the...
displace the magic of this moment.
This isn't their
Nature's
religion.
natural world is
It's
wonderful.
totally respectable.
You
works
just
great.
shat on their religion like 30 seconds
Never
ago.
did. Not at all.
Beauregard, because you're all
Well,
the same level practically of passive perception. You do notice that Pono, amongst the thick back hair as he's walking, there's a very intricate tattoo that is kind of hidden beneath that back hair.
Rent or buy The New Mutants on YouTube.
It's a unique symbol. It's like a little curved C with like a line through it and another one behind it.
Okay.
You can make a history check if you like.
Yeah,
Chaos Crew?
The clasp.
natural...
This is indeed a symbol of the clasp, which is a prominent thieves guild, largely based out of Taldore,
Yeah.
far west of Wildland.
Does Caleb know about that?
Caleb would know about it from history with a history check.
Oh, that was your history check.
Wow. Okay.
Are we being poisoned by this
Did you
mist?
say where, or
what I
just
think it's
from
nice.
the mainland?
He said Taldori.
Well, Taldore is where the clasp is based.
Okay. A far off land that we're not from.
Well, to the west of Wildland.
Yes,
Um,
never been.
But nevertheless, you guys continue to journey along with them. Do you have any answer any questions you guys have along the way if you have any more?
I'm pretty,
Well, you mentioned Lukash, Viridian. You said there was a third leader.
Thero. Thero is our hunting master, the one that helps guide and organize us to procure the meats and the destruction of the dangerous creatures and denizens of the land, to give thanks for their bountiful gifts of their own bodies, which we use to feed our community.
Because you seem to be a part of the hunting party. Is Terra also a bear person?
Oh no, that's primarily just us. There's one other lycanthrope on the island, but they're more of the tiger variety. We're an eclectic bunch. We're from all over. It's kind of fun. We all get to just mingle and see who's going to show up next.
How many of you are there here?
I'd say we're close to maybe like, what were we at? I was like, us count. I think we were close to 70.
Wow. That's a lot.
Do the three make decisions as a group, as a triumvirate, or is there one who's a prime of the three?
And Jane goes, I mean, they all kind of commune over serious, issues that require all their attention, but they each have their own domains. I guess Viridian's kind of the spiritual head of that. So.
And so, if we were going to request a favor of your group, is there any advice you can give us? Some gift that we could offer to sort of make ourselves in good favor?
Be nice, be helpful, show that you're useful and part of the community. And
never leave, right? Right?
Well, we're not keeping you here.
Of course not. Why would you? That
But
would be weird.
is your god like a vengeful god, or a benevolent god, or relaxed and groovy?
They both look at each other. No, I mean, we keep him happy and he keeps us happy. There hasn't really been a problem, so I don't think it's a vengeful thing. There's nothing to avenge.
And when you talk about making these sacrifices, giving these gifts to Volcado, how do you do that? How do you give back the gems?
Well, I'm not privy to that, neither is Pono. But organizing the Viridian and other individuals, when some of these treasures, these riches are gathered, whether they be pulled from the earth, whether they be scavenged from beneath the waves, whether they be brought here by those who washed up on shore, these are gathered and brought to, there are apparently doors into the mountain itself, and these are gifted to the god, and as such, Vokodo thus brings the blessings down upon us.
You don't know where the doors are, though?
We're not privy to that, right? I was like, we're not, we're the hunters. I wouldn't even know what to do if I went there, honestly. I'd be too nervous.
Wait,
Yeah.
you might have already answered this, but who decides what the offerings are?
Well, Viridian speaks to Vokodo, and then through
great.
Viridian, the offerings are brought. But it's, as far as I know, it's mostly just whatever we can find.
Okay.
You said there are some mines on the island, yes?
Right.
And Volcado primarily likes gems and metals, precious metals. And
Things
treasures.
shiny.
Things that are shiny.
Beautiful from the earth, things that are brought in, well
Oh
crafted.
my gosh, I bet Vokodo would like one of these. And I pull out the little traveler deck statue.
Let's go. Oh, I bet they would.
Yeah.
Oh, bring that to Viridian. We'll add it to the pile.
I will.
All right. Oh, and I'd say at this point, we'll say you traveled for a while and you bantered it back and forth a bit. We're coming up! And as you guys begin to approach, you can see the tree line begin to thin. And you can see there are a few stumps where some trees have been felled in the past. You can see as the mist itself clears a bit from your vision into the opening of this village. You are kind of caught off guard by all the heavy ropes that are tied to these higher trunks and branches. You heard Caleb describe them, but now you can see what looks to be this kind of massive tangle of the wildest Swiss Family Robinson series of tree houses that all create this community of makeshift scavenged materials. You can see the scavenged ship parts. You can see local lumber, intricately woven and grown vines and dried vegetation. You see a third of the buildings that are built up above and at different levels that are all connected by the same bridges that Caleb had mentioned earlier. The supports and frames to a lot of it, they shouldn't stand. A lot of this looks rickety, but you can see most of these structures are supported by thick, healthy vines, like green vines that are braided and entwined and tend to hold and wrap around them in a very unnatural way. Like the jungle itself seems to have arisen to support and help hold this village together, structure to structure. So you have this kind of patchwork, ramshackle look and this beautiful natural kind of growth aspect to it. You also can see the buildings are diverse in styles, materials, apparent age. Some look newer, some look older. It's a very kind of charming feel to it. And you can see figures that live here beginning to come into view, look over at the arrival of both Jaina and Pono and their successful hunt, but this batch of newcomers. And with each face, smiles light up and individuals wave. Dozens of these various denizens begin to kind of stop their work and turn to look your direction and excitedly, though not too intensely, kind of just look and take each of you in. Some folks kind of rush off to tell others, new arrivals. Some are saying, we grow under his joy, and kind of give like a blessing symbol with their hands. Eventually, you have a crowd gather of about 30 to 35 of the local villagers here that begin to kind of encircle around the base of the central massive tree that kind of marks the middle point of this village. Here you can see the tree itself is lush and tall, maybe 200 or more feet up, with numerous levels of branches, and each of these branches is almost like a hand where the vines have grown out to clutch another small homestead. And all of these themselves have connected vine bridges. These vines are unnaturally directed and beautiful. It resembles a lot of the, for what you guys have noticed in your travels, most of you would not have been to a high elven establishment, but a lot of the architecture there resembles what naturally occurs here in the middle of the village. Deliberate and balanced with the natural world around it. As you approach, people have gathered. You see, kind of stepping out of the crowd, that orcish figure that you noticed earlier. The tall orc figure steps in his rusted ringmail with a smile on his face. You can see the gray skin and bright smile, long hair that hangs to his belt in multiple thick braids, and he wears a belt around the center of the ringmail where you can see maybe a half dozen tools just kind of jingle at the side. And as he approaches,
it has been some time since we've had new blood in the village. Welcome. I am Lukash.
Oh, he turns and you can see one of the vines kind of lowering and unfurls, and standing on the vine as it descends, like poison ivy. As it unfurls, you see an elven, half-elven woman standing there with kind of dark, sunburned skin. You see dark brown hair that is kind of wild but sun-bleached at the tips. You can see she stands with a presence that is formidable but a gentle smile and demeanor. She steps off from this vine. You can see her, she's covered in leathers with elements of like dried leaves and scales almost that kind of blend together. The left leg is like a vibrant green made of tightly knotted vines almost. And a staff kind of descends into one hand as she steps off of the vine and approaches. And I am Viridian. It is a pleasure to have you. I'm curious, what is your tale? Please, tell us. And that's where we'll end tonight.
Oh boy.
What is our tale?
People.
Shit, we didn't play game with a beginning, a middle, and an end. I like
Really?
how during that whole description, Laura was like, "Ooh, this is creepy."
Have you ever worn a train at your table or for your online games but found it either too expensive to buy or too intimidating or time-consuming?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role, where a bunch of us nerdy voice actors sit around and play Dungeons & Dragons. And welcome back. So, last we left off, the Mighty Nine, after helping aid the negotiation between the Kryn Dynasty and the Vendalian Empire come to a momentary close, you separated yourselves to head around the island of Urukazel and Inkclaw Reef, making your way towards Rumblecusp, where you had planned in the near future to hold TravelerCon. Woo! Along the way, you drew the attention of a dangerous entity in the sea, what turned out to be a dragon turtle, a massive, massive threat. You managed to keep it at bay, fire towards it, only sustain a bit of damage to your hull before miraculously transforming it into a regular sea turtle and then eventually a sea slug, leaving it in your wake, literally, and heading a bit off course, taking a little more time in your travel, but eventually making your way to the island of Rumblecusp, unscathed any further. Upon planting yourself on the outskirts of the island and taking your ships to the shore, you began to, you left the rest of the crew there on the beach to keep an eye while you began to enter the jungle proper. There, within the tangled tree mass, what did I miss?
No, I'm just thinking, I'm regretting leaving them on the shore. We should have told them to hide or some shit. Right.
I'm sure it's fine.
I forgot about him.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Heading into the jungles. A short time in, you found yourselves being hunted. And as these creatures, these black panther-like beasts you've seen before in the past, began to present themselves ready to pounce and attack, they themselves were assaulted by a small hunting party of two individuals in appear to be a semi-humanoid bear state. Upon killing one of these creatures and sending the others scattering, they began to prepare it for bringing back to their village, which you discovered exists in this island, a commune known as Vo. And they were eager to tell you about it. They were excited to meet newcomers to the island and to show you the safest route back to the place that they call home. These individuals, named Pono and Jaina, carried the corpse of this displacer beast, and alongside you, you were brought to this makeshift driftwood patchwork village. Some buildings looking much older than others. You can see large bridge networks that connected different structures, held aloft at different points in the few trees that still remain in this clearing in the center of this dense jungle from Rumblecusp. People who lived here began to come out excitedly and whisper about the new arrivals, until eventually you were brought to bear and meet two of the three leaders of this village. One of which is a tall, lanky male orc figure with gray skin, bright smile, multiple tools hanging from his belt that clangle as he walks, his hair pulled back into braids into about the midpoint of his back, and a half-elf woman that you saw being brought down by a cluster of moving vines from atop a structure higher up in the tree. This half-elf female, tan of skin, kind of sun-bleached, long wild hair, with a leg made of vines, it looks like, steps down onto the ground and approaches before saying, "Welcome. So, what brings you here?" Moment of silence comes over as everyone is now waiting with bated breath to hear what the newcomers have to say.
Well, we were hoping to have a festival here. We heard beautiful things about Rumblecusp and how tropical and fabulous it was, and we thought maybe we should just, have a bunch of people worship God. And we heard this one, I'll go name a traveler.
The woman named Viridian turns and looks to Lukash, and he kind of gives a quirky grin in her direction, and as she looks back towards you, I am curious about the ramifications of bringing a god to an island that already is home to one, but we can certainly discuss the possibilities. But this is your reason for coming, you say?
It is. Unfortunately, we weren't aware that there was civilization on this island. I'm afraid none of us were familiar with Rumblecusp prior to landing here.
That's all right.
But good news is the traveler is super cool, and super likable, and everybody that meets him thinks he's really great, so I'm sure Vokodo will like him too.
Perhaps.
Oh, we also got chased here by a giant turtle. I don't know if that's relevant, but it's all I've been thinking about for a while now.
A giant turtle?
Yeah, it was a giant turtle.
A giant dragon turtle.
Oh, that, yeah.
It was kind of like a moving island.
And it followed you here?
No, we gave it chase. We got way away from it.
It's definitely looking for us, but
we gave it the slip.
Yeah.
You can see Viridian think for a second, then turn and look off to one section of the village there, and there are a handful of individuals like they're wearing some fishing-based attire. Which of you speak Elven? Anybody here speak Elven?
Cool. Oh, good.
Okay, you got one.
Do you still have tongues activated?
That's not activated, but I have it.
He has it prepared. Yeah.
Okay.
I speak Elvish.
Yeah, so you hear Viridian shout off to them, gather the fishers, go ahead and locate the beach where they arrived and keep an eye for anything untoward making its way. Viridian turns the attention back. I apologize, we are but 2 of 3 here at the moment as the hunters are still returning before the sun vanishes on the horizon. There is not much in the way of decisions we can make without a full quorum. But there is to be a meal tonight. We can prepare a place. If you're to stay, we can give you shelter to sleep, and we can get to know each other over a roaring fire here safe in our village.
We would graciously accept your hospitality.
Are you all right?
Is that an anime
I'm
guess?
tired. I had to sneeze.
It's good. It's good. It's good. Just in case, right?
I'm afraid we've been quite rude, actually. We didn't introduce ourselves. We are the Mighty Nine. We are a group of adventurers. You said safe. Is it become much more dangerous when the sun goes down?
No, it's sometimes as dangerous, depending on where you go. The island itself is a strange collection, if you will. You've come straight here, yes?
Like, what do you mean? Like, from where?
That's a very broad question.
Because
No, we haven't come straight here. We were we were actually just east of Urukazel before arriving at this island. Just west, southeast. Sorry. Here.
All right.
We get around.
Well, here on this island, among the Vo, as it is the central focus of the world around us, it is home to many strange slivers of different parts of the world as well that create this landmass. Beneath the trees, there are odd landmarks that claim shelter to other dangerous beasts that may be a surprise to find here on the ocean. A number of unnatural, dangerous denizens. We've lost many through generations to some of these hazards and predators, but so long as the scouting and hunting parties are keeping watch, and I am able to defend this village, we endure under the light of our God.
You said through the generations. Do you mind if we ask how long you've been on this island?
I myself have only been for close to 3 decades, personally. But we've had at least 10 to 11 generations, I believe, since the village began.
And where were you before being on the island?
It's interesting. There is something about this island that gives and takes away. By finding your destiny here and being a part of the important presence of Okoro, and keeping these people safe, and gathering from the island's many rewards and boons, it also takes from you the things that are less important in life. So many, if not most of us, don't quite recall where we were from. But in the long run, that's not as important anyway.
do you remember like any locations at all in general, or do you just not remember where you're from? Like, does anything exist outside of the island here?
I mean, the greater world of Exandria, yes.
Nations, ruling parties, power ships?
And you can see like a lot of folks around there, and like Lukash as well, they're all kind of racking their minds a bit, and there's kind of a communal hint of cloudy confusion, and you gather rather rapidly that probably not.
Wow.
Do you yourself remember why you came to this island?
I do not. Many of us here have a hard time recalling. Some it's by shipwreck, some it's by curiosity, some it's by fate. Most it's by fate. And she kind of looks and smiles, and everyone kind of agrees and nods. But for whatever reasons, we come here. Some go, but most stay.
As a matter of fact, for what it's worth, Grammarly can, yeah, that's long. We can get rid of that, and this, good, and this, or how about this? Grammarly helps you be concise. If you need the support, Grammarly encourages you to write confidently. Grammarly, helping you connect. Go to Grammarly.com and download today.
So if you wanted to leave, you could leave.
We're not keeping you here by any means.
Who was the last person who left that you can remember?
It's hard to recall. there's like a sense of embarrassment almost. You get the idea based on the reactions, you especially, you both being generally very insightful folk. These are questions or attempts at recollection that probably don't happen too often, or haven't for a very long time, and so they're kind of in the midst of preparing to answer and then realizing they don't have one.
What was the level of sincerity on Of Course You Can Leave?
It seems sincere.
Okay.
Best that you can tell.
All right.
Your ridiculous passive insight.
Suck at the end.
We're certainly interested in you assembling your quorum. Not to be too forward, your deity, this Vokodo, are they a benevolent god? Are they interested in meeting outsiders, or is it more of an inner circle type of thing?
I do not know. Those who come to Vo do meet at least once, but the path is treacherous, and the journey is one of acceptance on Vokodo's behalf, not one that can be forced, necessarily. I myself make treks to and from the interior of the mountain to meet with Vokodo fairly often. It's between these.
What does Vokodo look like?
Vokodo is the mountain and yet is a projection of its essence within the mountain. You see fire and flame, but there is water. There are caverns, woven, plants, a place of life, brimming with creation within. And in the midst of that is where Vokodo is.
Do you think if your triumvirate would agree to our proposal, that you would also need permission from Vokodo itself?
That would be the only permission you require.
Ah, got it.
We have no issue, though I cannot confirm that unless we are, of course, the quorum required. We await Thero before we can make such sweeping decisions.
Sure, no, we function much the same. We make all our decisions together, and usually Caleb decides, though, because he's sort of the leader of the group.
And you are Caleb, then?
My name is Caleb Budagast, yes. I'm curious to know, are you aware of any other peoples on this island?
There are, and have been some.
We hate them.
There have been some wandering, unscrupulous ships that have come to pry previously. Pirates, if you will. Some attempted to use the island to stash materials. Sometimes they met a terrible end by the dangerous denizens of the island that they themselves were not prepared for, and did not come to us for protection beforehand. Those that did survive were found us first. Well, and Viridian points over to another side of the group over there. You can see there's 3 individuals, look pretty scrappy and scarred up, based on the missing teeth and the rather intense demeanor. You can see they probably spent a harsh life at sea. And based on your experience, you can see some of the tattoos that mark elements of the symbols or older symbols of Darktoe.
Viridian, oh, sorry.
Some stay.
Sorry. Yeah, I was just curious because you mentioned this island kind of containing slivers of land and from all over. Could you elaborate on what you mean by that?
Well, there are pockets of this island that provide different bounties. There is, for instance, the Winding Core, which is the most abundant home, where we mine from the very island itself the beautiful gems and diamonds and various gifts from the land that we can refine and thus bring to Vokodo as part of the worship and love that we offer. There are other places, such as the Shaded Tangle, which lies along the path towards the entrance to Vokodo's lair within the mountain itself. A cold place where color seems to be muted, where the mists grow cold. There is the ruin, far to the north, on the other side of the mountain. Structures strange, not from anywhere in Exandria that I've encountered or can recall.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
And to the northeast, there are the Heaven Falls, which is still a mystery to our people. Many strange locations, but there are many strange locations in Exandria, yes?
Yes, yes.
It's the density here, as you grow closer to the core of this world, where everything begins to become a bit jumbled, if you will.
How long would you say it would take to get to some of these places? Can you walk around the whole island in a day, or?
In a few days to reach the northern shore, based on being careful. It's about a 7 to 8 hour journey to the base of Rumblecusp itself, and to the entrance to the layers. A couple of days, maybe to the Heaven Falls. It also depends on how many are going and under what means, because we want to remain safe and remain unseen.
Those beasts that Pono and Jaina helped. Jana?
Jaina, I think.
Jaina, yeah.
Oh, Pono, right? I got to write that down right.
Yeah.
Pono. Are there more of those types of beasts out there, or are there all manner of dangerous creatures as well?
Oh, there are more of those, and all manner of beasts, yes.
This one's important.
Yeah, go.
Have you always been able to use vines like that? Was that the thing that was given to you here, or what?
What do you mean, like use vines how?
Many of us have different gifts. The children that grow up here sometimes discover ones of themselves. Others come here with gifts, often uncertain as to their origins. But I've always known how to do this, just as they've always known how to embrace the animalistic nature, and points over towards Jaina and Pono as you pointed him out.
So this place is like the Bermuda Triangle, mixed with like Professor Xavier's. And the island from Lost.
Island of Dr. Moreau.
Yeah.
Well, we are certainly fortunate to have come across you for protection and for information. We are grateful, and we'll do anything in our power to return the favor.
Do we need to go to Vokodo like personally and ask permission, or is that something you're going to do for us, or what?
I would say if you had a chance to appeal to Vokodo personally would go a long way. For me, being but an intermediary, I worry there might be details lost in translation, as I myself do not fully understand the nature of what it is you ask.
Well, it's pretty confusing, so I guess it would make sense that. What kind of stuff does Vokodo like?
Gems, right?
Gems, like.
Sparkly things.
And are they of the benevolent variety or more wrathful as a deity?
Just like any creature, there is light and there is dark.
Oh.
Vokodo protects, and Vokodo is the beating heart and heat of this island. Vokodo keeps things that threaten this way of life at bay. But Vokodo also, like all of us, requires sustenance, requires worship, requires something to maintain this good cause. And in the past, though not in my time, when such things were put to the wayside, wrath could occur.
I'm caught on one particular word you used, sustenance. What is it that you tend to feed Vokodo?
Oh, a figure of speech. Vokodo does not eat, but amasses the bounty.
Okay. Benevolent for the last 30 years. Pretty good track record.
Well, it's gonna be fine because we'll bring some nice gifties, some shinies, and
I guess we're gonna have to go to the winding cove and get some gems.
We might have some on our person already.
The essence of preciousness.
The essence of preciousness.
Things
So
that
it
are
doesn't
precious.
like have to be locally sourced or anything. We can.
No, you
use it
carry
on the
amongst
farm table.
yourselves here
Yeah.
an incredible plethora of precious things. And you kind of look at yourselves and look around, and you can really notice, like, everybody around you is wearing tattered clothing, leathers, skins, hide, rusted chain, if any previous metal, and nothing else. No accessories, bare bones, basic attire. Even everything you see around, there's no decor that brings it beyond anything functional. And you now realize, all of you, in the ways that you dress, and the armor and equipment and magical enchantments that you carry, very much stand out like a sore thumb by comparison.
Can we cast Detect Magic really quickly?
Nothing, except for what's on you.
If we stop and think about it, can we recall how long it took us to get from the beach to where we are now?
Yeah, it took you roughly...
Precisely.
Oh, yeah. Precisely 4 hours, 36 minutes, and 13 seconds.
Give or take a few seconds.
No.
Very impressive.
Precisely.
I don't like to let them feel bad, you know.
I understand.
Okay, so we haven't gotten hazy on how long we've been away from the beach.
No.
Well,
sorry.
no, go.
No, no.
Jesse,
You too. You're like of a mind. It's amazing.
I know, well,
Same way.
kind of, you know. How long did it take you to be here before you lost your memory?
I think what she means is, I know that's
How
what she
long were
means.
you here before you started forgetting?
That question is a trap, Jester.
This is when they eat our faces.
Our faces.
There's a bit of an amused chuckle, and then kind of an inward furrowing to the brow, and then it relaxes once more, and Viridian says, "The taking of these unnecessary thoughts by the island, I do not think there is a science to it. Maybe it pertains to how much you give. It is a trade. Maybe it's a slow, natural element, but I don't think it's a refined science."
But you all are happy here, it seems.
Well, and she opens her hands a bit, and everyone around kind of nods.
They don't know any better.
Yeah.
Well, this is a very impressive village. This is just amazing.
Lukash,
I would say.
Well, thank you very much. We take a lot of pride in
Oh, you should.
here.
This is great. I wish I had something like this back at home. This is a lot.
You could.
Oh, well. Appreciate the offer.
Well, just stay a while and see if... No pressure, but this is a grand community filled with wonderful people.
Where we are on the island, is there? Are we able to see down and in the direction of the beach that we left the ship at? Like, are we up on the side of the island at all? Any kind of a...
I mean, you're in a raised area, but the tree cover here, the jungle trees, go from like 100 to 200 or more feet up.
Oh, shit.
And the canopy is extremely dense. The only reason that you knew this village was here is because Frumpkin had seen it through the clearing. And even the clearing here, there's only elements of clearing, because there are still trees in the middle of this opening, but it's a lot of the lumber's been pulled out to build some of these structures and to kind of establish this place, as well as put like a perimeter fence in areas. So yeah, all you can view is the elements of the mountain that managed to peek through in the like afternoon light, and that's about it.
Are there any children here?
There are children. You see probably about a dozen or so children.
That's good.
Yeah.
They don't eat babies.
I know, I thought maybe that's
Yeah.
just like
The children
they're
are
precious.
the old ones.
Well, is there a place we can freshen up before Din?
Lukash could probably take care of that. I'm going to continue showing up the perimeter and looking for Thera's arrival. Sometimes her and her parties can bring a few stragglers, and we have to be prepared based on what attention they've drawn. But Lukash, if you don't mind.
Oh, not to worry. Friends, Mighty 9. Right. This way, please. Follow me.
And Lukash leads you off through the village. People still kind of follow from a distance before slowly scattering off, going more about their business that they were already handling throughout the day. Eventually, you come to what looks to be a hollowed-out tree trunk. The tree's cut off about 60 feet up. Although looking at it, it may not have cut off more than it just fell. Maybe it was old and diseased or burned at the top, whatever it is. At about 50 feet up, it kind of angles off, and the interior is completely hollowed out. As you step inside, underneath the roots are, there's this kind of nice little wooden door that pushes in, and it's a very humble, if somewhat cramped for the seven of you, abode. There's some basic furniture. Some looks like it was scavenged from a ship previously, based on the height and size of the stools. Some of it looks to be fashioned here. There are 4 beds, and then what looks to be some
Listening to some
cushions and,
Critical
basic
Role.
blanket setup. The blankets are a little old,
Just so
but
I
they're
don't
functional.
get too bored.
And as you kind of led into it, you can see waiting off to the side, there's a family of, looks to be dwarves that are kind of just nodding to you and kind of ushering you in.
Was this your house?
It was, but we're happy to let you stay here for a while. They've got friends to shack up with.
We can have our own tent. We have tent.
It's our honor. Please, it's an honor to have you stay here tonight.
What's your name?
Too much. It's fine, really, honestly. Don't worry about it. I'm Doran, this is my family, and we stay here most times. If anything, it would be nice to have a bit of a change of pace.
Lukash, this is, of course, extremely generous. Is there
I
anything we
didn't
can do to
realize
help
that the
for
stream
these
was
festivities? I mean,
private.
Yeah, we're good
Or I
cooks
mean
and,
unlisted
we have some
for like
spices
the
and teas and
first
things.
Perhaps.
We're good musicians too.
45 minutes or whatever.
Greatly appreciate. We only have a few musicians in the island, and I want to be completely honest, they're a little out of practice. So that would be wondrous. We have some performing bards among you, and
Yes, we have a band called, I think, Yasha and the Orphan Makers. Is that what?
Well, yes, but we are short a member of.
A flautist.
Well, maybe you can just scream along with the music because that's kind of what it sounded like anyway.
I mean, it's just not the same.
Well, we're not short of flautists, we're short of a flute.
Yeah, flautist is live and well.
Maybe to have something that you could play. We could definitely provide some entertainment too.
wonderful.
Thank you.
And for those who wish to help with the meal, I can introduce you to Enola, who handles the mass cooking for the village.
Okay.
That might be where I am best put to service, to be honest. So,
Wait, your
we'll see,
lunch break?
What it is, what everybody
Do
eats.
you
I'm always
are you
excited.
working or
I'll join you, Cad.
Excellent.
what's going
For
on?
the rest of the while, I'll come get you if necessary. We're still waiting for the hunting parties to return before we can actually prepare the extent of the next.
So yeah, I've tried the gacha again 3 times
We generally
today.
try and stay within the village. It's dangerous in some
So
places.
theoretically, I should have had
There are some nocturnal predators that we prefer to stay within.
like a 42% chance. Hey, 42.
Watch of Thero and the hunters upon their return. We'll keep an eye and shifts throughout the night.
If you haven't read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, you should. You absolutely should. It's an amazing book.
Yes, there are multiple hunting parties, but Thero oversees.
It is an iconic book.
When the night is done, call them in and take stock of what they managed to acquire and haul.
Please extend our thanks. They actually
And
came
you
to
will
our aid
understand
as we
why
were being besieged
42
upon
is
them,
the
so please,
best number
I saw them dining
around.
into the village. They're good folk. A bit ornery depending on the weather, but effective. Anyway.
So funny though, because you can tell who nerds are just by, saying 42 or responding to a question with 42, because all the nerds in the room will straighten up and look at you.
So you have a handful of hours before sundown. So,
Well, thank you, Lukash.
Are we free to wander the village?
yes, I would recommend not wandering too far.
How far is no longer safe?
Nice.
What's with the mist?
See, I'm a little weird in that I hate math because it's so boring, but I'm really good at it.
So maybe steer clear of it.
I don't know what it is. I think it's because I'm good at monotonous, brainless tasks, and most of math is just plugging numbers into formulas.
So, wow.
This place is perfect for travel.
This village?
Oh.
Don't you think?
The village itself, what is the plan here? We're going to need more than a week to prepare for the arrival of all of your acolytes.
Also, we can't have it here. They'll become villagers forever.
Well, that would be great because the traveler really doesn't want that many followers.
Yeah, but 2 things. 1, we should find out what this Bokodo is, and 2, is anybody else worried about the ship?
Yeah, a little bit. I think we should probably let them know that they are expecting visitors and they
I can send a
Or
message.
just hide. I feel like they're going to burn the ship.
Why would they burn the ship? They seem nice enough.
They say that
They said
nobody
pirates.
leaves, but that also might be because they might not have the means to leave after they arrive.
We didn't mention that we have any crew, did we?
We didn't.
Maybe we did.
But beyond that,
Oh, it's already started.
Wait, what's your name again? What was your face?
I'm going to send a message to Orly before I forget who Orly is.
Oh, actually, you know what? Caleb, no, do that. But Caleb, you have a lot of paper and writing implements, right?
I am actually out of paper and
Oh, man, I was going to ask
I
you.
feel like you're like always out of paper.
Well,
We buy paper and then you're instantly out.
I go through it quickly.
What are you filling it?
We haven't
It's like an inkjet.
I was just thinking, maybe, in case we start losing our memories, maybe we should write down a quick log of everything that's happened to us since we've been here.
Oh, I mean, I'm already
Ooh,
here.
that's a really... Oh, that's right.
But for real, or is that Marisha?
No,
really?
no, but also really does that.
Okay.
And I
You
would
can
definitely...
both?
Yeah, I can take notes. I mean, it wasn't act. It wasn't like walking and
I
taking
also
notes. But
don't
yeah.
forget anything.
Well, I know, but what if you do forget something?
No, but I don't.
But what if it's
That's not what you
supernatural?
do.
Your brain can still be affected by things.
Well, why would you remember to find it in the book then after that?
Jeez, we should write a note to remind us to look in the book. Okay.
All right, that'll be my first note. Look in this book.
From our 2 clerics, do either of you have any experience with
Restoration. What?
diseases or
Great restoration. I almost got it that time. Yeah.
Do you have it prepared? Because I...
Yeah, probably. Usually.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense that play with... You have it
And
prepared.
is,
Would that get rid of a loss of memory? A magical curse of...
Possibly.
Well,
Maybe.
and the Wild Mother's also given me the ability to remove a poison or cure a disease if this is like a biological thing that this mist is doing, so we could try that.
This seems more spooky-ooky.
This feels like...
I agree.
Like modify memory gone really wrong or something, you know?
Yeah.
But what if maybe they wanted to forget?
That's what I was just thinking.
What if they came, something brought them here because they wanted to forget things from their former life?
And they're convinced that this place is the center of the universe. I feel like
But it
eventually
seems
you're
like
just going to believe that no matter
everybody that comes here stays.
Yeah, the
And
percentages are just so
does that mean all of us came here because we wanted to forget?
On the other end of it, I mean, they've got this Bokodo who demands precious things, just not things of worth, but things that are precious.
Yeah.
And when you run out of precious things, what are you left with? To give.
Yourself.
And yourself. Maybe that's what it takes.
It doesn't seem
Eating
like most
them?
deities require material things.
I'm not convinced this is a deity.
Me neither. It's
I
got
really want to meet him, though.
Yes, we are going to have many questions unanswered until we find this Bokodo.
What if it's just a giant avocado?
That would be delicious.
Like the kind you eat?
Yeah.
Avocado?
I never would.
giant of. Oh, I can see
I'm going to send a message to Orly before I forget that I said this. Orly! We found Countess. Ford. Countess.
Sending a message.
Orly!
Oh! We found. Ford Countess.
No.
Sorry.
A village. The people here could be crazy. Maybe you guys should hide. Also, they might try to destroy ship.
But we can't. I mean, they're not going to hide the ship.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, if they come and they're like, we're going to destroy the ship because nobody's around, and Orly and the crew can come out and be like, fuck you, and then they can destroy the people.
Orly and our crew. There's 4 people.
Yeah,
Those
Marius is
Marius is so tough.
They're dead.
You do get a response, Orly.
Right.
There's a
Appreciate the heads up. Well, might as well, you know. We'll keep an eye. We'll be on the
he just trails on.
Rent or buy The New Mutants on YouTube. See the thriller everyone is talking about on your go-to app.
I love him.
Okay. Okay, so we just go to dinner. I mean, what's the plan? We're gonna. We already. What? What?
I can give the villagers tarot card readings.
I don't know what that's going to do.
They seem like they're
going to do for the next few hours.
They seem like they're living in the moment. They've given up all worldly possessions and their memories. Yeah. They're just living for the now. So I don't know if they would care about their future.
Past and future is all in the volcano at the moment.
Look at every card I pull is just a volcano.
I think they'll agree.
Do we remember how long he said it was?
Yes.
Let's go to Tangle. Do we remember how long he said it was to get to that door?
From here?
Said 8 hours to get
8 hours to the volcano, and the shady thing leads to.
I want to go to Heaven Falls.
Heaven Falls.
And then it just comes right after you.
Further, and then the ruins are on the far north side.
Yeah, and Heaven Falls is at the north too, so we hit up both.
The ruins could also be like the ruins of like an old hotel and convention center.
I know, like, what if Heaven Falls is just like this beautiful, I mean, Heaven Falls, what if that's like the perfect place to go?
Yeah, I assume we would be location scouting.
Yeah.
And find a proper place for your guests to arrive and stay, whether it's this village or somewhere else. And you want to look below the land before you talk with the big cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not how that one works.
But
What?
that is an excellent point. I mean, this island is a lot bigger than we anticipated. How do we know how to direct people when they land? There could be beaches all around this island.
Well, we say if we are going to Heaven Falls, we go land on the north side of the beach.
Traveler dissemination.
Yeah, how are you communicating this?
Because I'm going to tell the traveler and he's going to tell everyone.
I also can create some sort of a beacon for your fellow acolytes.
Oh, so can I shoot it in the air?
Yeah, I can put something
Like searchlights?
Well, we can make a bonfire, at least with smoke coming up.
Oh man, I put the banner on the other side.
Keep them running.
Fucking banner.
Just let that banner go.
No, I have some stuff too that I should get. Maybe we can have Marius run it up to us.
We could just sail around the
Marius, please. He would lose his memory in 2 seconds and be stuck here forever.
Do you have
Well, as long as he brought the stuff.
I can do another banner as well.
Mary still hasn't killed anyone, has he?
No, he sucks. That's what he said.
No, he's
I mean,
fine.
plenty of reasonable people I know haven't killed anybody.
Name one.
Okay, that's a fair point.
That's really sad.
No, yes. We need to be better people.
What
I'm
we-
seriously like worrying about like a lot of decisions I made.
Yes, but they were all bad.
I mean, it's rough out there.
What if we turn into giant birds and we just grab everyone and we fly and that way we don't have to walk across the island and we can get there super fast?
Grab everyone, you mean us? Grab us? Yeah, that sounds good.
Are we gonna want to?
Or you could just go and come back before dinner, unless you wanted to also scope out the shaded tangle entrance.
I'll also say I'm a little worried about eating the food.
I know I am too.
Well, we're going to be volunteered to help cook, so we'll get closer.
Is it because of gluten?
I mean, that's a concern, but I'm pretty sure I'm fine. No.
How do things make
International food can be quite rewarding. You should really give it a try.
Considering that the only person who's eaten anything on this island so far
Yeah,
is
it was a little tough to eat, but I think I'm very excited to try the food of the land.
Do you feel like it's going to give you the shit?
Say again?
It was spicy, wasn't it?
It was spicy, but I don't think it's going to go bad the further down it goes. You know? I think it's okay. I think the food's going to be very good.
I worry that the food might be part of the problem. I don't have the tools right now to really know.
There was a lot of nodding and smiling. In,
Oh,
all the
yeah.
You know that? Like everyone that you're like, hey, are you happy? Are you like here? And they're just like, eh.
No, they're not right.
Yeah, but they're based off of seabirds, I think. So that makes sense that they can dive.
Name one nice person. We just talked about how we only know people. That's not real.
Killed all the nice people.
It's unsettling. They don't know why they've come here. They don't remember where they came from.
It does have a very seabird look to it,
You
even.
gotta have boundaries.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are we doing before dinner? Flying back and...
I guess it has a kind of gold-like
Going what, to the boat?
beak.
He was talking about flying across the island to go to the ruins.
Its beak is very distinctive to some type of bird, but I can't remember which bird at this very moment.
Ah, let's look around.
We grab our hotel room keys and we explode it all.
All right. We'll say for the purposes of the circumstance, you guys spend a little bit of time in the house, just kind of like getting your bearings, like a short rest, kind of a layer in there.
Got any short rest?
If you needed it. You do sense.
Actually, vultures are dangerous.
Really left you, and you guys haven't
At
talked
least
about
to
it openly,
small
but you all
creatures.
still feel that creeping sense
Because if they
that you're
can't
being
find anything already dead, they are actually capable of hunting.
I will say,
They will eat small stuff.
That would be so smart. Ooh, ooh.
My what?
They will kill it.
It's been here for a couple weeks. I can see invisibility.
Yes, you can see invisibility.
Sure. I'll summon the sword.
all right.
And I will cast the invisibility.
Cool.
You do, and as your
Mech
vision
mechs
shimmers,
are
that faint kind of veil of silver
tier
gossamer that kind
1.
of permeates the vicinity, that would itself adhere to and bring prominently forth anything that is invisible. Reveals nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah, everywhere.
What is?
Beasts of incalculable size. No, I can't walk this up. Fine, fine.
When we walk around the village, should I go invisible just in case you want me to like go scope something out that's behind the curtain or something?
Yeah, that sounds great.
We'll just say you're sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got indigestion.
Yeah, I ate some of the flower.
Yeah, some of the flowers.
Just for fun, I'm going to burn a divine intervention.
Okay, go for it.
What's watching us? Nope. It's never going to happen, but it's always worth trying. Sure.
So wait,
You got a convenient spell later, you could always try that.
Not tomorrow.
Do we see Doran as we're leaving? The dwarf whose family normally resides here?
No, the family's no longer waiting outside the abode. You guys have kind of left on your own, and there's nobody waiting for you when you exit. Everyone's kind of returned to their general routine.
Are there...
I do, however,
sorry?
if I could get everyone, if you don't mind, to just make an investigation check for me.
Yeah. 25.
18.
21.
Natural 20 plus 11.
Oh, 17.
All right.
15.
Okay.
23.
Wow. Not
You
too
know
bad.
what? I'm going to try.
So you continue on.
Wait.
That wasn't.
Maybe
Are there
listen
drawers? Are there
for
cabinets in this house? Is there a safe? What did they leave behind?
It's basic furniture.
I wonder if I can ambush out of water.
Bedside, hotels. Is there,
There's no getting by. But like I said, there's a handful of really simple bed platforms, and there is a table and some stools, and that's kind of really it.
no other belongings? Yeah, decorations?
No decorations.
Lissy should be faster,
other
I feel like. Although it is
sign that feels like
semi-aquatic, so
someone's
that does
home.
make
Does it just look
sense.
like a crash pad?
Kind of. Things may have been taken out.
Is there a sense, maybe just in the discoloration of the walls or otherwise, that there was once furniture or things in here? You know how sometimes you get a little impression from things of being against the wall for too long and then you... Just kind of, if there's anything that hints that this was once a more lavish home?
Go ahead. Go ahead and make an investigation.
Okay.
Come on, Cat.
I'm going to boost this one because I would use this.
How do you boost it?
I'm using...
Guidance.
Guidance.
Didn't know if you were like...
Whoa. All right, that's 22.
Nice.
Oh,
Best that you can tell,
Oh yeah,
the
it
only things that have been
is.
taken have been simple weapons or tools.
Okay,
things
so I
that,
have to go
might be things like little like, dust
refill
might
the
be changes,
bird
things that were taken, but
feeders.
no art pieces, no pieces
So
of
I
furniture
will
were
be
removed.
No, like,
right back and maybe
pencil marks carved
5
into door
minutes
frames that signify their kids
maximum.
growing, nothing like
I'm
that.
gonna
No, this
pause
particular
there.
boat.
Okay, I am back, and really good news. Well, I guess just something cool that happened. I saw a bald eagle. We have never seen a bald eagle at our house, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, we had a juvenile osprey once, but that's like the coolest thing that we have here, I think. We have a pair of foxes, I know that. Right now we have 3 bucks. Okay, I just spawned in as my butterfly Lissy. We have so many deer, it's not even funny. Okay. That is noted. I will try to find you. Yeah, but we have a lot of nature because we live in the middle of nowhere. Our driveway is 1/10 of a mile to get to a road that really you only have a car passing every 10 minutes. One every 10 minutes sounds about right. Okay, guess I will head there too. Yeah, but we do have a pair of red-tailed hawks that actually, the big female that I have called her Eagle for the longest time because the first time I saw her, she looked like an eagle to me because she was just so big. But Eagle was overthrown recently by one of her daughters, I think. And I can tell it's a different one because while it is just as big, the markings are much more clear, and she has, unfortunately, a little less bold orange. Eagle had just, well, they're called red-tailed hawks, but they also have orange on their chest, and Eagle had beautiful orange, but this new one is a little lower. Oh, Jesus. No, who is you? Oh, okay, don't know you. Run away. Yeah, I don't know about how realistic that would be. Maybe it's just, it seems that way because birds tend to have less health. So, you know, it's like a certain amount each tick, and it, you know what I mean? It's a higher percentage. Hello, Annabella. I feel so speedy. Wait, let's see, does the ambush work? Ambush works! You know, I wonder why that is. I wonder if they have a different stat for healing for each creature, or if it's determined by weight and size and tier. Like, I wonder what the formula is. Lucy has some funny noises. It was so funny though. I was looking at our big Dora stream the other day, where we were just hunting everything, where we shredded a lmako and so on and so forth, and most of the hunts were Socorans. do not smell anything either. It would be neat if every creature had a Q ability. I mean, I get that some of them probably shouldn't, but it would be neat. Or maybe more smaller creatures could... Oh geez. Maybe smaller creatures might be able to camouflage in particular environments. Like, see, this is really grassy, so maybe something that has a more green palette could go invisible here. What is that? We have a sarchias. That is a tier 3, I think, but it's pretty garbage. So I think we might be able to take it. Oh yeah, well Nyto is tier 3. I think, is it? Let me check. No, Nyto is tier 2. I mean, if anybody wants to buy any of the creatures in the description, just let me know, because I am hurting for shrooms right now. Yeah, as you can see, I only have 55 at the moment. There we go, that's more or less good. Do you mean a, like actually with Robux, or you want me to start growing it for you? Because honestly, the stored dev creatures, the price I'm giving for is a steal. Okay, so I will... Oof, yeah. Oof, yeah. Who you is? Nasty bugger ran up and bit me. Poison doesn't usually kill. But the problem is we are right near a spawn, so if he decides he wants to revenge kill and he gets a lucky spawn, Yeah, that's why poison is so good. Poison is a great mechanic to make sure that your prey can't escape. Hello, trains. Good day to you too. I heard somewhere that if you have full water and food, it also helps you heal. Yeah, Bizus can really do a number. They'd have to swarm, but I'm pretty sure it says something like that in their bio. Oh yeah. But the thing is, Bizu are scary because you don't realize they're scary. So you don't realize how bad of a situation you're in until you can't escape. Gotta go get water. Yeah, they're also really agile, which is also scary. Did you get up? Is that what I just saw there? Okay, yeah, there we go. Hello, rain wings. Okay, I'm going to start growing that Horu in just a moment after I heal. You know what, I still do need to catch up with Critical Role, so let me just have it in the background.
Don't trust it. No, yeah, no.
For all that video game, they can't leave the first level.
No plaster patches from nails in the wall for like a Pink Floyd book.
Moving right, nothing like that.
It's a tree. We're at the base of the tree.
Yeah, so yeah, you guys are inside the hollowed out tree, getting ready to exit from what you were saying. So.
And just the ceiling is just at the top of the.
If you look up into the hollow, there it kind of just goes straight up, and you can see where it breaks off the top, and there are
completely
small,
healed.
looks like almost shelf platforms
I'm
above.
going to
about 20 or so
go
feet.
core.
Let's take a look at that.
Oh hell
The
yeah!
meek, or as I like to call it, the milk. It is a tier 1
In the
creature.
shelfiness there, you can see
It
there's
is
a small kind of wooden chest that
semi-aquatic.
is tucked into one of the little platforms there with a folded blanket. On the other platform, a little further up, you see what looks to be some jeweler's tools, like a small kit for jewel making and jewelry making.
I don't
Totally
like
found the
that.
hidden shit.
It's a platformer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dora, there are some things up above. Would you like to do your monk thing you do?
Yep. Dope monk shit coming up. Bing, 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 bing. Wall climb.
Amateur, your movement is
50.
Yeah, that's enough to get there. Monks. So yeah, you kind of run up one side and leap off the other one, ricocheting, kind of parkouring until eventually you grab one of the platforms, gotta pull yourself up. There's just enough space, like barely stand on it with your arms on the wall.
Can I do that cool, like, wedge myself kind of thing? Is it close enough?
The other wall's not close enough to wedge yourself between. At this point, you're kind of having to jump off and to catch the edge to get up there, but the actual platform itself is kind of thin based on the chest that's there, so you're kind of having to straddle a little bit.
Oh, I just had a really good
Lands on
idea.
your head, dig on style.
There you go.
Get. Is it, can I push the
It's
chest
1
off?
hit point, so.
Is it heavy enough that I can push the chest off?
It's pretty light.
Okay. Forward. Catch.
What? No. Chest, you just threw it.
light.
It's light. It's not full.
50 fucking feet in the air.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a strength check for
I'm
me.
not touching that.
Okay.
I'm getting out of the way.
Okay. Yeah, it shattered from the ground.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you throw it. You say forward. Forward goes no, and then just refuses to grab it.
Yeah.
Can I try to grab it?
Roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
Okay, come on.
See if you have just enough reflex to get out of a force when I'm like, here.
Okay.
That's just air conditioner.
You want a TV?
This isn't a trap, so you don't have advantage on it. This isn't like a hazard.
Oh, okay. So that was an 18 plus 3.
Okay, as you pull back your hands, diving almost between your legs and catching it right before it hits the ground, your knuckles crack into the ground. But only just from the momentum of it hitting your hands, but you do prevent it from shattering.
Sorry, I think the gravity added to the weight.
It's fine. I just didn't want to ruin the...
It is not possible to trade anything for a non-stored dev creature unless you can con somebody out of it.
There's a little, looks like a collection on a stool, similar to the stool down below, and it has a little leather, partially unrolled toolkit in there that has all sorts of small jeweler's tools. It's a jeweler kit.
Very similar to the one I keep.
Yeah.
Any other jewels or anything else up here?
Just that.
Does it look like it's been used?
Is anybody watching us do this?
Make a perception check.
Something is.
Okay.
We used to have see invisible things as well.
That's true. 16.
16. You don't notice anyone paying attention to you in the vicinity.
Yeah, are they coated in dust? Does it look like they've been used?
No, but they're fairly rusted. They look old, but they've been used. You can see where the areas where they would mostly be used, the rust has been rubbed off of it. The ocean air, as it often does with iron and other metals like that, has done some exterior damage to the areas that aren't.
Okay, going back to
but it's a functional jeweler's kit.
How did they get up here? When coming up the wall, did I notice any type of like handholds or grooves, something that they could use?
There are. It's not smooth. Like it's a rough, hollowed out interior of the trees. There are, and it's what you use to kind of jump off and get yourself up there. Was just the somewhat uneven interior of the tree bark.
Doran's got moves, I think. I think he's got to be ripped under there, man.
Well, but
Oh yeah,
maybe it's not his.
so
That's true.
I mean, I have a feeling
this
that the families
weekend
maybe
I'm
they're
probably
not allowed to
going
have
to
any
be
materialistic things, right? They're not allowed to own
showing
anything.
a
So maybe
friend
they
the
don't
ropes
have
for this
assigned
game.
houses.
They just sort of go around.
I
to
might
each
be on
house,
Discord,
as
I'm
they,
not sure.
like providing sexual favors for each other.
Maybe. Oh, maybe that's the thing here.
Is that a thing?
That's a thing.
Going to be giving him one of every
Is that
creature
how
I
it
have a
goes?
dupe of.
I've heard
We're
of. I've heard of.
surprisingly excited by your dick statue.
Is there anything else up here?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, you
now
know
does
what?
it go up
Flower
any higher?
Cove
Can I
is
touch
more
the...
exciting.
You're
Yeah,
almost
why
towards the
not?
top of where the tree itself is broken, and it opens up into the sky.
Get up there. See if it's still misty and shit.
Can I kind of shimmy my way up? And
I'd say you'd be able to. Yeah, it's rough enough, and you're very well practiced at this sort of thing. So you eventually kind of leap off, grab part of it starts to crack and pull back, and so you quickly leap and not put your full weight on that one side, and then eventually pull yourself up over where you can look beyond the peak of the broken part of the tree itself. As you look down, you can see the village from a higher height. There are still trees that are taller around you, so you can't see above the canopy. This is not the tallest tree; it's partially broken down. But you have a nice view of the village from a slightly higher perspective, and it's kind
Gonna
of
make
cool.
sure I
As
have
simple
all
as it
my
is, like beautiful
stand.
people working together. It's simple but functional. You can see now that there is, on the northern side of the village, there are bonfires being set up. There's one large central one, and there are two smaller ones to
Oh
each side of
yeah,
it.
I'm
It
sure
looks like
that
chairs and
would.
tables are being set up now, probably for the feast tonight.
Oh,
Just
that
doing
was
a
almost
quick
2
scan
ads in a
of the
row.
people. Do I notice anyone who
Hello.
looks shifty or being weird? They all look shifty.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
I love that you're judging people by the way.
I am totally,
Be happy people.
totally profiling.
Not holding hands though.
What was it? Perception?
Yeah.
14.
14. I mean, there isn't anybody in the corner with a long trench coat going like, oh, they'll never see me. Everyone seems to be, they're from all over the map as far as backgrounds look. You know, you have some people where their attire resembles aspects of almost like a Marquesian background. There are some folks that have some Dwendalian attire. There's a handful of folks like they.
I guess I mean more in their
Can you put
demeanor
it
than
down
their
so I can eat?
appearance.
Right.
Grab a
Best thing you
bite.
can tell, most everyone is going about a daily routine. A lot of them are helping set up the meal for the evening.
Okay.
But nobody is like hiding in the shadows or having, clandestine conversations in the unseen corners of the village.
I'm going to scoop up the jeweler's kit on the way back down and head on down.
Okay.
Veth, do you want to safely take a look at this chest?
Oh yes, of course.
Do we think it might be magical, or?
I'll check it for traps.
Go for it.
26.
26. It is not trapped.
I will unlock it.
You go to it, and the block is rusted and broken. You can just, and it pulls off the wood. The wood
Yeah, and
just
it's a
splinters.
shame that you
Was it
can't
dusty at all, or did it look
turn
like
it
it's been
off
opened and
because,
It looks really dusty.
Okay.
yeah, like you just said,
Okay. You look inside.
sometimes you just want to have your own music,
Shards of diamond glass into
but
your
you
eye.
also want to be able to
You look
hear
inside, and
things
there are two sets
calling.
of pristine outfits, like really nice silk outfits, folded and placed in there. There is a
I actually
mostly
narrowly
clean,
escaped
if
a
little
quarter
damp
the
on
other
underside
day
child's doll.
as I think I was playing as a
Are there
Dora
any notes? Are there any notes?
Yeah, yeah.
There-
Inside lid or anything?
Grown-up attire?
There are no notes. You do see,
Because-
however, a silver pocket watch.
Silver pocket watch, two
I heard it
outfits.
talk
Like, are
to
they ceremonial
somebody.
Attire?
No, they look to be more like middle to upper class.
It private
like
chatted
just clothes.
somebody.
On the back side of it, there are initials carved
And,
into BV.
Ooh, I heard that.
Big van.
BV?
And it made me turn around and look.
V period, V period?
Correct.
And I saw the outline and I booked
Can I wind
it.
it up a bit?
It is not currently working at the moment. If you want to take a moment to wind it, you can try.
Yeah, I'll do that.
You tinker with it for a bit. Because you are proficient. Are you proficient with Tinker's tools?
I have Tinker's tools.
But you're not proficient with it. But you go ahead and
I don't
make a
even have
Tinker's
Tinker's
tools.
tools. I have Thieves' tools.
Oh, you do not have Tinker's tools?
No.
Huh. Okay, good to know. Just make an intelligence check for me.
3.
Yeah, but for anybody watching, take a look at the description.
Okay.
Take a look at my stock. These saved creatures, I'm pretty sure skins are traded too.
Yes, because in here it says it's not under tools, but over here in
So
equipment.
if you want to see what
Because you have Tinker's
skins I
tools,
have,
you do not break the watch.
just let me know.
But you do not get it functioning either. You fail to get it back to a state of actually keeping time.
That might be a job for
No, I was thinking about that, right?
yeah, that might be right up your alley.
Mending.
Oh, okay, you cast Mending on it. As you kind of release your hand for a second, you see a faint kind of swirl of greenish blue energy kind of around it before dissipating, and as it does, you hear
Ooh, you fixed it!
the springs, the gears. It is now a functional pocket watch.
The initials are still carved into it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't change.
And the doll, is it a human doll? Is it a Planet of the Apes sort of
It
human?
is humanoid,
doll?
but it is simple in its design. You can't tell if it was intended to be a human, an elf, a dwarf, whatever. You know, but it appears to be human. Appears to be female in the way that it has kind of stringy yarn-like hair. There's a little mildewed on one leg, but
You're not planning on keeping that, are you?
Keeping what?
Pocket watch.
No, I think we should find out whoever has the initials BV here.
Right, but we put it back, right? We're not going to
Feel like-
steal on our first day.
I have a feeling whoever this belonged to doesn't remember that they ever had it.
What if they do?
They don't, for nobody remembers anything.
She's right.
We know.
I bet they knew they had to give all of their precious items away, and somebody here put this stuff
I
in a
just
box and said
tried
they
to
don't
hit the
want to give this
space
away.
to fly.
Right, but what if they do remember? What if it's important to them? What if they do remember and they don't want to speak up for fear of, I don't know, retribution or being outed or something? We shouldn't take it.
What if
We're not
someone
going
hears
to
the
do
ticking
anything
sound that
that's
follows us
true.
everywhere?
We know the initials, we can put it
There's
back.
two
It'd be nice treat to
HCP.
open the box and they find it's working.
It's pretty dusty, but sure. Not put it back.
I don't know why I
Or
can't
feeling
smell that
honorable.
one. Oh,
Well, what kind of
Okay.
it must be
what kind of
glitched.
wood is it made out of?
The box?
The box. The
Can
box is
coming
local,
back
or
up?
was it from somewhere else?
make a nature check.
All right.
I'm gonna steal a pocket watch.
At least I
Okay,
still have
roll-
this from my dead parents.
roll a sleight of hand for me.
14.
26.
Yeah, no one notices. It feels like a darker cherry wood, which is not local to this place.
All right. So this came here. This wasn't built here. This came here.
And do we have any idea what the fancy clothes look like they came from?
I mean, you want to pull them out and kind of inspect?
Yeah.
They're not indulging in nature. There are elements that. What?
You figure it out?
Maybe.
What?
But I don't know what you're doing with your face right now. But they seem to be, best you can tell, somewhat. I'm trying to see like where specifically. My brain's a little wandering at the moment. Concord-esque. Definitely coastal Slovene island style, but it is upper class, which leads it to be one of the coastal cities of the closest Concord.
Oh.
You're unable to really. Make a history check for me.
Okay.
Hunting NPCs is boring though.
Okay. 18 plus 12 is 30.
Shit.
I rolled an 18.
Okay. It's not so much the style, more than you notice that there is a stitched engraving on the inside of one of the shirts. This outfit was handcrafted by an extremely well-known crafter of finer silk clothing in Port Zune, along the Menagerie coast.
Where we just
Got
were
stuck,
not too long
sorry.
ago?
You haven't been to Port Zune.
Oh, we haven't. It's like north of Port Tamale, right? Port Zune?
Port Zune's northwest of Ikoran.
So, yes, it would be in that northwest.
Like north of, yeah.
Yeah,
so,
you wouldn't have to cut.
Okay. From it's made. Okay, so it's made. Okay.
So this clothing source would have been along the Menagerie coast, probably Port Zune.
Okay.
I just texted you. This is me whispering. I'm just gonna say it.
Say it.
What is Vanderin's first name?
Oh, yeah.
That is his first name.
Yeah.
What is his last name?
What do you think I call him, like, Williams?
I've heard of people calling this guy Foster. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't know if Vandrin has a last name.
Maybe it was Baby Vandrin. It's his baby.
Big Vandrin.
You guys remember Big Vandrin?
Wait, but you only know him by Vandrin then? So you don't really know if it's his first or last name?
Bartholomew
I guess that's true.
Vandrin.
Yeah, no, I only have...
Barry Vandrin.
Keep going.
Bob Vandrin.
Bobby Vandrin.
Or BB.
Bo Bandrin.
Yeah, Vandrin's the only name I've heard.
How does that?
So what else would you guys like to do?
I think we should
We're
put
going-
all of this back for now.
Are we going walking?
Didn't we like
And then
see
take
him
a
on an
walk.
island when he was happy?
Yeah.
But what if he was happy just because he was forgetting? What if he's here?
Wait,
Why are you shushing?
Huh?
Why are you shushing?
Because the DM's trying to talk.
Oh, he is.
Is the DM trying to talk?
No, Damon's asking what you guys want to do.
I want
Waiting for us to stop dicking around.
We should choice.
Well, we're all
back and then head out
lead
for the walk.
here.
Let's go for a walk.
That's a long way away.
But let's put the candle back. You know, let's just put the trunk.
All right.
Candle back.
It takes a little bit to manage to replace the things that, or at least the chest.
Chest.
The chest has been replaced.
We know
And
where it
these
is.
fancy clothes are for one for a female and one for a male.
Were they both for dude?
Or were they both for men?
The styling, one of them appears to be very male and cut. The other one is kind of ambiguous. You're uncertain.
All right.
Okay. Maybe
Is
Vandrin's
that
married.
Commodore trying to kill
Wife.
itself?
Maybe it's Bonnie Vandrin.
That's right.
Bella Vandrin.
I like Bonnie.
I don't know.
Let's walk around and see if we can
Oh,
meet
well.
somebody with a meetup BV.
See you,
somewhere.
Pete.
Yeah, let's go look for a BB.
I'm not a big fan of BB, but
All right. So,
stinky one.
so in the hours before dinner is to happen, what do you guys need to accomplish in the village?
Wonder.
Should we just wander
don't
about and
think I
take
can
in what we
actually
can,
kill it,
locate
but-
landmarks?
Everybody their names.
See if there's any community buildings.
Can I
get a lay of
force
the
it
land,
into
and
the
then head in
water?
at some point to help cook.
Okay. Okay.
And I also want to just talk to the traveler while I'm walking. I know he's probably busy and he's not going to come and say hi or anything, but just so you know, this place is really creepy. And I mean, it's not super creepy. There's like some weird stuff going on, and there's already another god here. So, but we're checking out some places called like Falls or Heaven Falls. Anyway, you should come talk to me because I just want to get your input. So come over whenever you get a chance.
Okay.
That's all.
Add some thrill to your wish list at the Season of Audi sales event. Get exceptional offers now.
He didn't look damaged enough for me to want to risk
Canada, where the wide open spaces are about as wide and as open as they get.
As you're walking, one of the villagers kind of saddles up next to you, Jester, kind of walking alongside you with this kind of intense crimped red hair and green eyes, and just kind of pauses and steps next to you and goes, "Another god, you'd say? That's all kinds of fun."
Yeah. And it's like, I can't tell if it's actually a real god or like, is this really the traveler?
No, it's not. You're being duped by one of the denizens of this weird
I
village.
don't know. I don't know what this god here is like. It feels like somebody's watching us all the time. I feel like he's around us in the mist.
Huh?
Do we see anyone next to Jester?
No, you see Jester talking to herself right now.
Which is not that unusual.
Let it happen. Let it happen.
Yeah, in the mountain. There's like, they say he's a god and I think they sacrifice to him. Anyway, everybody that comes here forgets why they're here.
Oh,
And
well, we absolutely have to meet them.
I know.
Well, do you promise to introduce me?
Of course, we're going.
Good. Let me know it. And he kind of breaks off, and you look back to the rest of the group and back, and he's gone.
The rest of the group is just standing, group watching her. Good talk.
Yeah.
Okay. You said you're asking around people's names?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm invisible, Phil.
Okay. Is there a specific, as opposed to us role-playing you asking 50 people what their names are individually, is there a specific goal in mind for this?
Make with the NPCs, Matthew.
Let me bring up babynames.com and I'll just run through them all for you. I can find a voice for each, but I figure for the sake of brevity.
Could I look for someone that might embody a member of the hunting party and ask them to describe what Thero looks like? Just pretend that we're looking for them?
Yeah, no worries. You do actually, heading back to where the bonfires are, you can see both Pono and Jaina are in the process of taking the corpse of this displacer beast, and they are skinning it, and they're preparing it on what looks to be like a large metal rod, not like a spit to put through it, but to hang it from, over the bonfire itself to be cooked. And there's a larger one to the left as well. It's being prepared. But as you guys approach, you can see Pono's like,
Oh, it's good to see all of you. Well, glad you're staying for dinner at the very least. I think this will be a good meal. I'm excited to see if we can safely say we outdid the 5-person team. So what can we do for you?
I was actually wondering, we're looking forward to meeting the third of your tribunal, this Thero. What do they look like?
Oh, Tara. She's a mighty tall one, not unlike your friend there a bit.
Oh, you need me? I was gonna. Okay, that's.
No, we're just using you for reference here.
Oh, yeah, that happened.
A towering and intimidating lass, but keen of eye, sarcastic wit, and right ready to throw down if anyone looks at her wrong.
I gather. I wanted to thank you again for coming to our aid out in the wilderness. If you need anything from us,
Yeah, I actually started with it unlisted. I forgot, and like 45 minutes in, I realized, and I set it to public.
what are the rest of you doing?
I'm going to take a seat by one of the bonfires and pull out my spellbook and set it on the ground and put one globule of light floating just above it for.
Oh.
And I pull out the wand that was gifted to me by Kalyan,
Okay.
and I just take it and jam it into the ground standing up. And I just start taking notes and spending some time designing.
You got it.
May or may
I'm
not
gonna go in the
remember
kitchen and
that.
see if they need any help. So.
Okay. The kitchen is also an enclosed space, but not too far from where the bonfires are.
My
Coming to the
memory
northwest
is
area, there are some
terrible.
stone slabs that are set up where you can see they're taking various gathered herbs. There are clusters of kind of thick subterranean swamp root almost, which seems like it shouldn't grow naturally on an island with this sort of a biome, but nevertheless here they have it, and you can see them in the process of cutting it up. And yeah, people are preparing things to use in the cooking and the flavoring process of whatever the dinner's going to be. So as you arrive, you can see there's one figure there is this very kind of squat, muscular-looking humanoid woman in her 50s or so. Hair's thinning a bit, has a really kind of intense smile, these very bright teeth that kind of looks towards you and goes, "Oh, I'm Enola, and you are a tall one. What's your plan? What are you doing?"
Oh, thank you. Caduceus Clay. I was trying to just be useful. I'm usually cooking for my friends anyway when we're on the road, and I figure
you can be useful.
I'm happy.
That you can. Come here.
All right.
And so she begins to give you the overview of their process of preparing these different spices and salts and additional vegetation to be brought along with the meat-based meal.
It's all new to me, I assume, this stuff.
Some of it is. A lot of it is adjacent.
Check
to
out
other
the
experience and
description
knowledge
if you
have. It's just
want
kind of, through the filter of
to
what's,
maybe get
scanned
any
and
of
beyond.
those things. Keep in
No,
mind, I
no,
have
she's
every
heard before.
creature
No,
but
prepares the meals,
meek,
primarily, so she's kind of like the head.
so I can give
chef,
you
that's what you call it here in the middle of this.
anything
This is
stored.
really interesting.
And
what would you call this? This is like these flavors are putting this together.
well,
This is really fascinating.
We call
also,
it delicious.
I
Where
have
did you learn to cook?
skins for most of them, so if you want to see what
That's fair.
skins I have, just let me know, because I'm pretty sure the skins will
The rest of you?
carry
I'm
over
going
when you
to,
trade it.
sit down and offer my services out to any villagers that would like a portrait of themselves. Just drawings available.
Character artist.
Character artist. While dinners are being prepared.
Free tattoo.
Immediately, a crowd of about 10 people come rushing to you, and 2 children that all excitedly get, really revved up to the idea of a portrait. And one by one, you start making the portraits. Are you giving them to them or just showing them to them?
I'm gonna give it to them.
Okay, with each one you give, are you doing them really well? Are you doing them goofy? What's your intent?
I'm going to, if I...
You got a big head, little body.
some of them I'll do characters, and then some of them I'll do, like, if I like them, I'm gonna do, like, a really nice, pretty, realistic drawing.
Okay. We haven't seen a mirror here, have we?
Not
had that same thought.
What you've seen, no.
I'm going to ask them their names as they come up for the portraits.
Okay.
You should ask if they have like a favorite hobby too, so you can like.
Yes,
if they
I'm
love,
gonna
like,
ask
tap
them what they
dance,
do.
you-
Yeah,
Skateboard.
no, they do.
Yeah.
I was a fan.
Their little
Definitely.
bodies. Yeah.
I love humbling myself before Vokodo.
I'm a fan of that too.
Kano's in the background.
It's just a bunch of them. You give their names. It's a fun little conversation. They all seem to be genuinely enthralled and asking you questions. All of them are like, they're here.
Here's the
Portrait's fun.
speed
They're
of
excited about it.
that
They're also just excited to talk to you. And all them are asking,
you
where are you from?
again.
What brought you here? It's a lot of just general enthusiasm for having new blood in the village.
I make sure a little drawing of a dick is on every single picture.
Okay.
And except for the kids,
Look at how be.
they get they get the traveler, like a little tiny traveler,
You got it. Shaped like a dick. Wearing a cloak. No,
but not so blatant, And
Right.
That's so true.
make sure every single person gets a blessing upon them.
Alrighty.
Any BVs? Any BVs?
Any BVs? Any BVs?
No BVs, no. In fact, everyone's given this just a first name. There's no surnames.
Well, but I'm going. What's your last name though?
Just a name. The next person's like the same. Just a name.
Any B names?
In this group, no.
Our perfect plan is being foiled.
I mean, it was a good plan.
Yeah.
Really good plan.
I am enjoying the practice though on these drawings.
Tiny
Yasha, you should play some music for them.
Well, I was going to see if I could go somewhere off to the side a little bit, somewhere in private, where I could make sure that the harp is tuned and warm up my fingers a little bit.
Yeah.
Better go look for a BM.
Easy enough to do. You take the time, you tune it to the best of your ability with the experience you have practicing on your own time, without direct tutelage, more just kind of figuring it out as you go.
Okay.
So you feel pretty warmed up as you could imagine you could be before such a circumstance.
Okay.
All right. Not you do anything?
I'm going to.
Invisible.
Oh, you're invisible.
I'm just kind of hanging around Jester unless Bo does something more interesting, then I'll go with her.
Oh, what are you doing?
First, I go over and I try and punch the globule of light that Caleb used because I've never done it. I've never like touched it. Is it like? Can I punch it? Does it go away?
You can do
This is the most stoked out moment.
Make a constitution check. No, you punch it and it reacts faintly, like it shimmers a bit as your fist goes through, but it is material. It's like punching a light sunbeam, where your fist warms slightly while it's in the sunbeam, but you don't sense anything beyond just that slight change in temperature.
I take out one of those bottle rockets and I hold the wick in the globule. Does anything happen? No. Yeah.
That was interesting.
That would be cool.
That would have been cool. Are you amusing yourself?
Come on,
Yeah.
turn around, I dare ya.
A little bored. I think I'm gonna go give this to a kid. I'll be right back. Is there a kid?
There are a number of kids
Come at
around
me
here.
again,
Okay, I
I
want
dare
to
ya.
just is there an approachable, inviting-looking kid? Because
Yeah, you see one kid probably appears to be human, maybe no older than 7.
Perfect.
He's just kind of running by with a stick in one hand, his feet are muddy beneath the knees, there's a little bit of smear dirt on the side of the face. And it runs by and runs by and sees you, kind of looking at him, kind of stops and just kind of looks at you.
hey, I have a big stick too. Check mine out.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you wanna hold it?
Yeah.
Can I hold your stick?
Sure.
Okay, I'll trade you. Cool.
Thanks.
No, come here, come here.
What?
That's mine. You can't take it.
Okay.
I can show you cool stuff with it though.
Like
You-
what?
Do you know how to fight?
Yeah.
Here, give it back. I'll trade you back. Here's your stick. Yeah, there we go. And I do like a little twirl behind my back.
That's cool.
Yeah.
He tempts it and immediately like breaks the stick and like sits his leg and is like, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. What's your job on this island?
I take care of keeping the monsters away.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome. You're like a guard. Or
Yeah.
patrol.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Trees.
How long have you were you born here, Trees?
Yeah.
That's awesome. What is like the goal of your village? Do you know? Do you have like a mission?
What? He wipes the snot from under his
What's your
nose.
social economical contribution?
You're a kid. What's the purpose of life?
He kind of stares at you blankly a bit and goes, I don't know, fight monsters and make that thing happy. And points to the mountain.
What do you give to make that thing happy?
I don't really give anything. My mom and dad make stuff to give.
Oh, like what?
Like they make carvings and sculpt things.
That's cool. Do you want to go ahead?
And I have a friend whose family, they all go down to the big mouth to mine.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
How often do people not come back? Not to like bring up a downer subject.
I should probably get going.
Hey, you want to light this bottle rocket? You want to see it explode?
You can offer him a lollipop.
Yeah.
The van.
Okay, here, come here. I light the bottle rocket.
And you see like 3 bulbs and turn around and go, oh no. The person goes like running for a bell.
Oh, you don't have to.
They stop.
It's cool.
He's like, that's so cool. Do you have more of those?
I do. Here. And I give them like 6. Just, hey, don't like do anything too bad with them, and make sure that you're not holding them when they go off, and don't point them at other children or your parents.
But anybody else I can.
Yeah. Yeah, totally, man.
What's your name?
I'm Bo. I was gonna try and think of something cool, but I'm Bo.
Bo's pretty cool. You can go with that.
Thanks, trees.
Thanks.
Okay, bye. I never know how to end conversations with kids. Bye.
Bye. And he just runs off. Like staring.
Today, you're under pressure. Tomorrow, it's under the tree. Pick up last-minute gifts.
Like staring at the bottle rocket, super excited.
Give him a 12-pack of beer.
Hey, Beth, can you hear me? Yeah. Do you want to go snoop around in the kitchen, see what they might have in the back?
Sure, yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm gonna go distract people.
Are you gonna go fuck with some more kids?
I mean, I could also do that.
No,
probably.
let's go to the kitchen.
Okay, yeah. I'm not gonna be able to do this.
Okay.
I was half expecting you to say your name was Jester.
That's what I should have done.
I was waiting.
All right, you're at the kitchen. Getting prepared. You do see another hunting party arrive. This is a larger hunting party. Unlike the dual team of Pono and Jaina, you see 5 folks arriving, along with a figure that kind of resembles the description that you had received of Thero, who is a Firbolg, taller than Caduceus. Female, very long, lanky arms and legs, but very like muscular and taut, in a hide, leather-based hunting outfit with a longbow strapped across the shoulder and the back. She's older. She definitely, like in the face, you can see there's a hardness and age to it. The fur across the body is like a blue-gray color. Shoulder-length white hair, like a mop, that just kind of cuts off and tangles a bit towards there. Pretty intense. But what catches your eye immediately after is what they're dragging in. You see brought to the other bonfire 2 large-scaled beasts, lizard-like, but probably 8 to 9 feet from nose to tail. You see elements of feather at certain edges of the limbs. You can see like clawed arms that kind of fall into one side, and large, spindly, muscular legs that keep it in a jaw of teeth. You've never seen a creature like this.
What the Sam Hill?
I'm still butchering with Pono and Jaina, right?
Yeah.
What is that?
They look up and Jaina goes, oh, fucking hell, really? And the hunting party kind of waves over and they go,
have we been outdone?
You could say that. It's fine, it's whatever. And they get back to cutting.
What was the thing that they're bringing in?
I don't know what it's called.
Oh. You don't know what it's called?
No.
Oh. The rest of the party, who's with who's with Thero?
That's Garanet and his crew. There's 2 other hunting parties that are out. I don't know if they're gonna come back.
Garanet?
Garanet is her right-hand man. Sons of bitches. They kind of grumble in the back.
Ooh, why do they care who gets the biggest?
I think it's just some good-natured competitiveness.
Is it?
I think so. Strange beasts in these
I feel like we're in one of those villages in a video game where you run through every single question tree.
Yeah.
Just good luck on your mission going forward. Good luck in that.
I hear there's creatures on the edge.
What are they called?
Can I see any of the other Mighty Nine where I'm butchering and I can see these?
Yeah, you can see Caduceus and Beauregard. They're in the process of preparing the non-meat elements of tonight's meal.
Caduceus, Bo, will you join me in greeting Thero and the rest of the hunting party?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Unless you're doing something important, Bo?
I mean, yeah, but, fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was dozing off there for a second.
No, do you want to come here inside?
Yeah, I'll come with you. Come.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't know Beth was here.
Hello.
You see as they're now taking one of these creatures and tying its arms and legs upside down, kind of cross over this large bar, similar to the one that they were kind of briefly putting the displacer beast on before they started butchering it. And the woman turns around and looks at your crew.
Wow, that's crazy. What do you call that?
This here is one of the many dangerous beasts, long-lost beasts on the north side of the island.
I gotta learn just not to do that. Yeah, it's amazing.
I'm sure I've got the actual pronunciation for it here. Where's the... Deinonychus is what it's known as.
Oh, that swimming thing, though. Can you imagine if there was a crouch mechanic? Like, you crouch and... Okay, if you've seen videos of the Isle, basically how their ambush mechanic works in that. But that would be a really cool-looking crouch. Like, kind of creeping along. He's really tall, so it would make him shorter, make it easier to conceal himself behind things. Where are you? Well, you should probably menu. What's up? So, Dasam, if you're just logging in or joining in, I guess, check out the description because I'm trying to get more shrooms. Because right now, my luck has been terrible, and even if I do get the meek with the next one, I'm gonna be broke. Hello. New as in you've never been to one of the streams before? What's up? Yeah, we're pretty chill here. Don't be afraid to ask questions or interact. It's fun for me. I kind of want to hunt it, but I also don't want to lose this because I'm going to give this to Pete. I know, right? It's insane. Like, not even this time last month I had 55 subscribers, and that is wild to me. So, who knows how long it'll be till I hit 1,000? Because, I mean, that's when you start to be eligible for monetization. It's that and total watch time, I think. But I don't think I will monetize it because that means that I'd have to put ads on it, and I don't think you guys want ads on my content. That's no. Also, the documentaries are kind of ruined if they're interrupted by an ad. Breaks the immersion. Interrupts the story. Oh, thanks. Yeah, basically, the moment I get meek, I'm going to go and check out, well, I mean, why am I saying that? I'm going to go and edit some more of the lore documentary. Basically, I'm adding music at this point. That's it. Oh my god. I am planning on doing a documentary for every creature. It's going to take forever, and of course new ones are being released at the moment. But yeah, and at some point maybe there will even be sequels. Like, for instance, I was in a 4-person Dicera pack the other day, so there might be a sequel of that because my new one kind of looked like Spark. Is that what I called that one? Yeah, I think I called it Spark. Yeah, it's scary. If you are an ext and you had the misfortune of getting picked up by a sarchian, Jesus. Oh, thank you. Casey, which one are you? You in the YouTube chat? Oh, a green cherry. Wow. I have been trying to get that palette for months. Okay, let's go get a calf. I know, because I always feel bad about killing people. Because really the only thing I'm confident enough to hunt as Sochuri is tier 1 things. And you have to kill 13 people at night. So like not every kill is going to count for one. Hey, you said you were a... Nope. Don't know you. Bots do not count. Trust me, I tried. Oh, I should turn the critical roll back on.
I wanted to introduce ourselves. I know we may seem like strange faces. We were actually
yeah,
saved and
the
forced
green
by,
is the secondary palette.
There are some new arrivals. I assume that's
that you have to kill 13 people at night to get 13 players.
Welcome, Bo. Happy to have you.
Very impressive, thank you. Caduceus Clay.
Caduceus, you are...
Bo.
Bo.
I'm Ford.
Ford. I'm Thero. What are you good at?
Well, nobody speaks all at the same time.
I think you could just say, I don't know. It seems to be the normal
Well,
answer to everything around
technically
here.
we're good at fighting and killing people, but that kind of feels like maybe something you shouldn't lead with. We're good at killing people.
I can't
Just people?
No, like bad things that need to be killed, so like monsters.
We're fair hunters.
Yeah.
I have some skill with
So
sailing
there's a
on
little
the
bit of a
Caduceus is
language
actually very
warning
talented,
with what I have playing.
Yeah, that too.
Good.
Make an excellent tea.
We could use more muscle.
And if anybody feels uncomfortable with it, just let me know in the stream chat and I will
We were actually just done a
stop
great
it.
favor by some of your hunting party.
All right.
We don't plan to be staying very long.
Understood. No. If that changes, let me know. We could always use
That's an interesting
some more
dice here.
Of course. Well, it sounds like we'll be staying for dinner. We wanted to introduce ourselves.
Just
Shall
trying
we
to get a
the
little
rest of our
closer
party
to see it. Wow,
at your
pretty.
service.
Good. We'll talk at dinner.
I'll go back to chopping.
Thanks for your hospitality.
And she just kind of walks back over towards where they're stringing up the beasts and helping her team out.
Oh,
She's tough.
Yeah, she's kind of like worn leather.
Yeah, she's I like her.
The rough whiskey.
Yeah.
Cool. You go cut up this display.
Yeah, I'm gonna go make sure stuff isn't poisoned.
Have you ever seen a
Hello, hold on a minute.
That feels like Paleolithic, like a different time.
What did you say?
Like before the Earth, before Exandria was Alexandria.
Make a history or nature check, your choice.
Almost like the land before time?
Yeah, exactly. A history check.
In the time before land.
Natural 20.
Where has this been for like the last 3 years?
I don't know. So
Oh, I
32.
love these idiots.
Yeah, okay. You are a very studied individual in eclectic things. In the Cobalt Soul, you had less interest in modern day politics, more interest in books about weird things that had drawings and pictures.
Why I took deep speech.
Exactly. But during this time, you came across myths and stories about beasts very similar to the ones that you saw surround up here. things that were said to exist during the time of the Titans, things that were largely wiped out, except for supposedly in some far reaches of Exandria might still exist, of all manner of size and demeanor. Most people seem to say that elements of them might reside still within the Shattered Teeth, but few, have been able to provide proof. And this is your first time you've ever seen something very similar to what you studied firsthand.
Cool. Yeah, they're like boogeymen, like big fish stories. Like you're not entirely sure if they even exist.
That's not helpful at all.
I mean, the shit is ancient, whatever that thing is. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, you mean as if it's not supposed to exist anymore?
Yeah, kind of.
But it does.
Yeah. Like pre-calamity.
Oh yeah, very pre-calamity.
Way pre-calamity time. Like way.
We gotta get up to the north side. Hi, Ford. I'm here.
I know I can see the invisibility.
Still.
Couldn't catch you up for an hour.
It's past now.
Well, then I'm no longer invisible either.
Well, you can keep it up if you have more spell slots, but I do.
Yeah, we gotta go to the north side.
North side, bro. That's where it's at, girl.
First thing in the morning.
What's the plan? Are you guys anything else you want to accomplish, or do you want to move on to dinner?
Just waiting for dinner.
Anything suspicious about this food at all? Is it?
What, you mean while you're in the kitchen?
Yeah, I'm watching to see if there's any spices being added to anything. If
What's the health inspector grade?
There seems to be one ingredient that's in everything, like way too much nutmeg on everything.
Sure. Right. Make a perception check.
That's a thing. That's cocked.
The stinking rose.
Bad for me, but 17.
I mean, beyond the fact that a lot of the flavor concoctions that are being produced here, a lot of the crushed minerals that have been recovered and mingled here are kind of high in sodium. Beyond that, nothing that catches your attention is
monsters.
Dubious.
Just monsters. So much salt. All right.
Eventually, the sun does begin to set. The coloration of the sky takes its characteristic oranges and purple hues. The temperature still, not as warm as you'd expect for the location and temperate region that the island is amongst the Slovene Islands. The mist remains on the outskirts of the city. Doesn't seem to swell or get any larger or more dense with the temperature dropping. It just kind of exists.
Sorry about the printer in the background, but I feel like for the pack recording streams, those ones will be scheduled, because I think I figured out how to do that.
At the end of the day is lit. The heat is immense even from this distance, but people gather around.
But
you can watch people grab stools
right now I
and
have
stuff, so
footage
sort of
for the
they bring their
lore
own
and
plates, which are
chorus,
a weird mix of old china that looks chipped or broken in places to just wooden plates that have been carved from whatever they can find locally to thick fronds they go ahead and place food on. Everyone eventually comes through and starts gathering meals and finding a place to sit. Everything kind of looking in the direction of this bonfire. And there at the very south part of the bonfire, you can see there are 7 stools set up in a semicircle and 3 large chairs facing the north side of it. Their backs to the bonfire. You guys are instructed to go ahead and gather whatever you wish from the veritable smorgasbord of food that has been prepared for you with the aid of Caduceus and Beauregard, as much as you wanted to aid. Mostly Caduceus.
I through in some salt. I was that person.
You monster. You got that.
It needed
more
salt.
actually,
Just so much.
is the link to the Discord in here.
Instant puckered lips.
Why there are no old people that just
The
all
link
just
to the
drying up.
Discord is in
Eventually, you're
the
led to your
chat.
seats there at the base, that small circle of stools. The trio eventually come and sit as well as Lukash, Viridian, and Thero all meet you with their respective meals.
Okay.
Sit down.
So I'm
and
pretty sure that
Viridian
should
takes the
still
first
work.
bit of the conversation. Thank you all for joining us, and it is a pleasure to have you among us for the time that we do. I'm sure you have questions, and we have questions as well. So as we eat, let us share what we need of each other, what we hope to learn from each other.
When can we meet Buukon?
As soon as you
Change
need.
it
We can meet
just
tomorrow if
to
you'd like. I
make
can guide you to the mountain entrance and introduce you.
I think perhaps should explore a bit more beforehand to get a better sense of the island.
There we go.
Perhaps we should please the caretaker of the island first.
I mean, what if he doesn't want us to have it here, and then
Right, we should.
Better to know that now.
Exactly.
So we can go find another island.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Tomorrow then.
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Oh, I
Yes, we don't
haven't
have
checked out the
we
second
should
pack
bring a gift.
for
Sure, yeah.
Satori.
Does Buukon tell you what you need when you get there, or are you supposed to just guess up when?
We gather amongst the village crafts and acquired materials, minerals. Anything that we find is of precious origin, whether it be personal or just a treasure in its own social right. We gather, and I bring it with myself to meet with Buukon and provide it to him within his lair.
Do you want like everything valuable that we have, or is it like some valuable stuff?
You carry many valuable things. That is up to you to give, not me.
Okay.
Maybe if we each gave one item, that would be nice. Do you think we could do that?
We can look at what we have.
Yeah, it did.
What about right now?
You have to nest 2 people during cherry blossom season.
Rent or buy The Wolf of Wall Street on YouTube. See
I mean, I don't want to go through my bag like right now.
You don't want to
Seems
empty
rude
there's
at
something on the
dinner,
floor. Sure. Yeah, maybe we'll just see what happens when we're there, right? It's not like we would need anything extra beyond what we have on ourselves.
How often do you bring these tides to Buukon?
Well, I generally make a trip to the mountains interior about once every week or 2. I was a few days out from my regular journey, but at your necessary intent to meet, I will move my timeline up a bit. We will gather early in the morning and collect, and then we'll be on our way.
Have you ever missed a visit? Are there repercussions if you do not bring?
What is bleeding?
I have not missed a visit since I've been to the island.
Was there anything
have been
there?
larger than others, and as any individual that
Why can I
requires
eat it from over here?
a showing of faith, frustration can be felt. But Buukon is a kind and understanding God who merely wishes us to improve upon that we may have failed to provide.
Oh, I'm gonna go get a drink.
And how is his frustrations manifested?
By lessening the protections in the village for a time.
I do not like this one bit.
So you'll maybe randomly get
This is
swarmed by beasts.
frightening.
And it's like, uh-oh, Wakoto's having a bad week.
Possibly. But I am well versed in bending this surrounding space to my will.
Is that possibly what happened to the ruins?
The ruins. I know not when the ruins arrived or where they once came
This
from,
is
but they
frightening.
don't
I do not
feel
like it.
like anything we've constructed in previous generations.
Oh my god, we gotta get the fuck over there.
Oh, I want to see.
Should we go there first?
I mean, we could just wait till it's the normal trip, not ruin the rhythm of what seems to be a
It takes a
clockwork system here. I mean,
It takes a couple days to get over there, right? We should check in with
Yes,
the desk
we
and
have
explain.
8 days from today.
It looks like
so
I'm trying to
roughly a little over
shake
7
you
days
off of
until
my
Dragonixsauria.
foot.
And it takes how many days?
Vokodo, keep going north. Go to the ruins.
Yeah, great.
Well, let's like stop by Vokodo
I
anyway.
mean,
That's
just
assuming
saw
that
you
anything
in
happens
the-
after we meet Vokodo.
It's gonna
the
go great. We're
bubble
charming
popped
gestures
up.
as a holy person.
Oh yeah, it does
go
kind
on
of
our
create a
side.
limp.
I'm gonna give great gifts. I've got a diamond that I'm willing to part with.
You can see like the three of them lean in and go like, a diamond.
It's not, you know, it's just a, yeah, I have a
You
diamond.
shouldn't part with your diamond.
Yeah, you should keep that.
We kind of
we
need the
keep
diamond.
Kind of said it out loud.
There are
Read it
such
out loud.
gems that we bring from within the island itself, and such diamonds are allotted and sought after by Vokodo, but diamonds from beyond, those in particular draw his interest. You would be quick to gain his
You
favor.
have the diamond. It's a really gold diamond. I can't do anything.
Oh, okay.
Do you usually make the trip alone when you go, or do you go in a group?
I do because it's safest. I have means of traversing independently that are much safer than bringing others
Oh
with me.
jeez.
Can you go to the
Let's
canopies
go
with your
this way.
vines?
I have other means.
Can you go below the ground with your vines? How do you do it?
How'd you make that rhyme?
We'll see tomorrow.
My connection with nature allows me the capabilities of calling upon its protection and powers in the vicinity, but I also have learned how to become
Seizure.
such creatures that call nature its own.
Did you learn that when you came here, or were you like that already?
It's just something I always knew how to do.
Memory-based question.
Can you go through trees?
I can. Understand, I know the memory lapses are challenging, but those of us of the Voth, we were chosen by Vokodo to come here. These false pasts were stripped away from us and allowed us to find our true purpose in this island. So, as confusing as it may be, and occasionally frustrating, it is for the best.
Have you ever seen any precious gemstones or jewels that resemble something like this? And I'll use minor image to conjure an image of the cloven crystal, the eye.
Yeah, I can look over it. Not in particular, no, but it is a beautiful example.
Have you ever heard of Buukon?
They all kind of think for a moment.
I should reverse the card.
Kinda, yeah.
I don't suppose the Taldore Council rings a bell.
You notice Ridian goes, Taldore, and trails off.
In the far distance, you hear.
They're running low.
Well then, fine. We'll set out in the morning to the volcano, and can we just wear this? You don't have to like dress in cloaks or robes or anything.
No. Bring yourselves as you are.
And we shouldn't like these bracers are very expensive and very dope, and I'm very attached to them. Should I like hide them? He's not gonna see them and be like, I want that. Like
Vokodo does not take things from you. He accepts what's given.
Okay, but if he sees this and then he sees what I'm giving him, is he gonna be like, that's a little weak compared to like, what's going on here, and I'm gonna judge you for that? Is he gonna be like that?
I don't know. I've not encountered such a circumstance before.
I'm not too worried about that. I feel like this is how this works. Is
I love these bracers.
No,
He's probably just already seen the bracers, Bo.
Huh?
He's probably already
Yeah, he's a god.
seen the
Hello. Do you have gemstones all over your braces?
Well, they're very intricate and like very well crafted.
I don't know about that, but no, I don't think I'll be interested.
I think they're very well crafted.
Thank you. Okay, I was just curious.
What do you want to ask us?
So by what fates have you been brought here? Beyond you said you were chased by some dragon turtle type creature. You come here to hold an event for your god, this traveler, you say. What sort of event are you looking for?
Well, it's like, have you ever heard of like a convention? You know, when people like of similar interests get together and they're like, hey, let's talk, let's hang out, let's get to know each other.
Oh, yeah, that is what Vo is. And there's like,
Exactly.
that's
So
very
basically, you're having Buukon, and I want to host TravelerCon.
temporarily. Lukash goes,
And how many individuals are you expecting?
See, that's a really good question because I can't remember. I think the island is affecting me. But you know, I have no clue, honestly.
But it's a manageable number.
It's a manageable number, and you know what? It's probably even less because of all of the travel that's involved and the turtle dragon and all that stuff. So
Destination, right? Challenging to get to.
exactly, it's like, you know, who really wants to be there? Who can make it? And then we'll find out.
Well, unless there are any arguments here amongst the council, now that we're all present, once we have the approval of Vokodo, I do not see why we wouldn't be able to aid you and accept these travelers of the traveler, if you will,
Yeah, and
into Vo itself.
everybody that worships the traveler is like super helpful. They really just want to come in and not cause any trouble and just help as much as possible.
roll a deception check.
Just have to fucking pour it on.
Oh no, it's static season
You see
again.
Lukash kind of nods. Terra kind of sort of contrasts.
At the very least, we're very helpful and
I
are
have
always happy to
very
help clean
long
up.
hair.
Meridian's kind of looking at you with the very
And as such,
interesting.
I'm dealing with
In the
static
event that Vokodo
constantly.
does not see such a union as fit, do not take offense. I'm sure there are other places that wish to hold such an event.
Sure, like Heaven's Falls. Or the ruins.
I cannot vouch for those as being safe locations for such an event. The Heaven Falls protects the ocean entrance to the interior of Vokodo's lair.
Oh.
And is not meant to be passed by any mortal soul.
Oh.
Is it? So Heaven's Falls is like a water passage into the center of the volcano.
Oh, or is it like a molten lava
Or a waterfall?
bridge?
You watch as she kind of like twirls her finger and Viridian kind of mutters beneath her breath, and you see in the dirt these small flower stems begin to kind of grow together to form this mountain, like a small version from a cusp.
That's cool.
And then as she spins her finger again, this wind begins to blow around it to create this pattern that looks like a little water around the island. She goes, on the side of the island, where the inlet makes its way to the rock's heart.
Go ahead, let's see.
And as she kind of brings her finger upward, you can see the sand begins to float upward of the mountain. That is where the waterfall lies. Not down, but up. The water cascades towards the sky before curling into the mountain itself.
What?
Cool. So
And
that's
we're,
right.
we're not allowed to go there?
Because I really want to see
Someone
that.
hit
You are welcome to go see it,
145.
but
I
traverse the
think
falls
that's
sort
what
of-
I'm gonna
What if this place
go
really-
check with the fastest.
This place really is the center of the world.
It could be.
I mean, I believe you, obviously.
Oh, this guy
What
has
if
a
it really
blade
is?
buff.
That's on the northwestern side of
And
the
a
island?
speed buff.
Stay.
I believe so, but yeah.
You did say that. I just wrote it down.
One day I
ruin I
want to
cannot vouch
get one
for.
of these
We don't go
guys,
there.
or maybe a lore
The northern side of the
or
island
mag
is
that just has all the
mostly
mutations in speed.
untraveled, dangerous.
would love
the
that.
scattering of worlds that create this island tend to be a bit more volatile.
Would you say it's haunted, these ruins? Ghosts, spirits?
Are they
tribes?
inhabited?
Oh, there are spirits throughout the island,
Oh,
but up
right.
there is all manner of strange other beasts.
Oh, fuck. We gotta go, man. Damn it.
Any dangerous plants to look out for?
There is, but I'll be guiding you guys to the mountain, so I'll be able to warn you of any sort of known dangers ahead.
Speaking of ghosts, what do you all do with your dead?
When I think there's like a solemn moment where they all kind of look at each other. Those that are lost to us are given rights under Vokodo himself, and much like the flames that give birth to fertile land and to allow new forests to grow upon those that were old, they are interned to ash, as the god would have decreed.
Standard. Yeah.
Nothing weird about that.
No, it's fine.
You know what would be weird? Is if they put them in the ground and then they made tea out of them. That would be so fucking weird.
Nothing weird about that.
It's a little strange.
Do you want some? He's got dead people tea.
I do.
Yeah. I quite enjoy it.
I'm okay, thank you. Look, actually, I'll try something for me.
No.
The adventurous.
Terry goes, Lukash is like, what? Curious.
It's got a little kick. This is good. Yeah. I'll wake you up. Yeah.
There's the dead person. It's more of a trailing aftertaste. Interesting. Had a lot to say.
Nice is not one place or thing. It's a mosaic, a global village.
The meal is delicious, especially given the somewhat seemingly basic lifestyle that is kept here. It is vibrant in its flavors. Are there any other elements of the conversation you want to ask about or inquire?
How does the feeling that we're being watched feel? Worse? Less?
As you guys are in this conversation and you kind of take a moment to think to that thought, you kind of feel the hairs in the back of your neck stand up a little bit, and you can't help yourself but looking over your shoulder back towards the side of the bonfire. There's nothing there, but it hasn't lessened.
I don't like this. It's great.
Running eyes to the grave again.
Great play.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do the divine sense as well. Same time.
Okay, divine sense. Both of you focus. That same kind of creeping, sourceless presence somewhere, but neither of your extended sense able to grasp anything.
Does Caleb have the same sense as well?
Which one?
Does Caleb feel the exact same thing the others do?
Yes.
We all
You all do. Like every one of you individually. You haven't really discussed it out loud, but all of you have this kind of weird presence you can't shake.
Do you guys feel like something's watching you?
I feel like this conversation we're in the bubble.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my sketchbook and I'm gonna write on the page, "Who the hell is watching us?" Question mark. Trying to talk to the traveler.
Gotcha.
Also, Caleb does not eat any of the food. I slip one of the beads of nourishment to myself at some point and pretend to drink a few times.
You got it. Okay.
I tried to do that, but then as I smelled the food, I gave in and ate the food.
Okay. It is very tasty.
I just want to go to sleep.
Yeah, we want to get going in the morning early.
I'm going to take out my harp and play for a little bit by the fire.
All right.
Oh,
They were doing
as soon as I see her pull out the harp, I'm going to go up and put my hand on her shoulder and say, "I can't wait to hear this."
I've been practicing, so I think, yeah, hopefully it will sound okay. But, have dessert and have some tea and talk and stuff.
Yeah. I'm going to cast enhance abilities on you. I'm not going to tell her I'm casting enhance abilities, but I'm going to cast enhance abilities for charisma.
Okay.
And as a thank you for this lovely meal, we'd like to introduce Yasha to perform a lovely after-meal song.
Yeah. Get it.
Applause begins to climb as everyone around there, and now the full village in presence here, which mostly people who come to sit since you had come down before. Hey, you look around you, and there's close to 100 people all sitting and all looking directly in your direction, and they all just start clapping. It becomes this rousing applause, all focused on you.
Oh, well, I'm still learning, but
Free bird!
Oh. Start playing. Something.
Go make a performance check with advantage.
With advantage?
Yeah. Caleb casts major image and silent lightning starts to go behind her.
Okay. What does enhanced ability do?
Gives you advantage on that, yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay, so that would be performance. I get a -2. 17.
Hey!
Oh, that's pretty good. Not bad.
So as you begin to, like the first couple kind of come off at a strange, discordant row, and you kind of shake your head a bit in frustration, concentrate, take a deep breath, and then continue once more.
I want to play something sort of a little sad, but also just beautiful and light and a nice after dinner. Just something nice and a little sad.
Yeah, it's not terribly intricate, but it is still beautiful, haunting, but beautiful. As the song begins to flow through, everyone's mood begins to shift. It falls quiet. You can't hear a single person breathe as everyone's kind of leaning forward. Yasha, as she begins to get into the sense of the song, storytelling through the harp itself, her eyes begin to close, and that's when the silent lighting begins to arc behind her, causing these little flashes of blue backlighting across her shoulders and her hair and the sides of the harp. You watch as the flames of the bonfire almost seem to die down slightly as you watch Viridian.
I'm bringing them down.
Yeah, Viridian's doing the same actually as well. The bonfire flames begin to fade a bit as now the central focus is Yasha's performance. With each pluck resonating and echoing, growing louder, the movements become more fluid, and for a woman who is so known amongst you for the volumetric rage and forceful brutality, there is an unexpected grace to the movements, the gentle shifting of the wrist, the swaying with each progressive pull, and as the eyes are still closed and the lightning is still flashing, you see Yasha in a vulnerable light you've not really seen before, in a healing light. As the song comes to a close, and what some people would call the spirit that takes over, whatever it is, that muse within you that brought this song through in this moment, this very briefly stressful moment, you can't believe you did that. As the lightning fades.
I put it in my bag and I walk straight back to the tree.
Yasha just runs away from the tent. Your friend is very talented.
Yes, she is.
She is.
Yeah, we knew that. I mean, we've seen that like 100 times by now.
Well, it is a joyous change of pace. Music is not something we get too often in the silent.
Why not no musicians amongst you?
We do, but they're terrible.
But glad to brighten your evening.
Very much so.
Gosh, well, I'm closing out for the evening. I'm a bit full and I'm getting the sleepies. Have a good night, folks.
He stands up and takes his way off. Thero quietly just stands without a word and just gives a nod and leaves. Viridian says, make sure to get some rest. We have quite a trek tomorrow. And not the safest one either, so be at your best.
See you in the morning.
Until then.
What time are we leaving?
Well, if you can, shortly after sunrise would be preferable.
Tight.
Certainly.
I'll see you then. And Viridian stands up and makes her way off. The crowd's now starting to disperse a bit. People are starting to leave to their abodes here in the village of O.
Yasha played really good.
That was
amazing.
Yasha's still gone, by the way.
Let's get somewhere safe.
Well, are we going to stay in the Doran's house?
I'd say,
with the bubble around it? Is
I
that possible?
I want to talk if that's all right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys all head back to the hollowed out tree?
Yeah, I will throw up the dome inside of it, the same color as the tree wood around it, and I'll have Frumpkin sit up high and stay awake entirely and watch.
Everyone's in back?
I'm going to send a message to Yasha because I don't know where she went.
Okay.
Yasha, you played so good. We're all heading back to the tree house. Come back. You poopy?
Yasha, come back. I'm already here in the treehouse.
Well, I didn't know the way.
See you guys in just a moment.
You heard that just as you open the door. She's like right there talking to you. It's that weird moment you're both on the phone, but you both went to the same room. It's like,
Like a delay.
Like in my head, and then also like from coming towards the door.
I've never done it before. I've never done it before.
Hard to get a ley line out here. It's all very.
Yeah, it's too real.
So we're safe.
Well.
Yeah, he's made
the door's closed. So you complete the ritual to form the dome, which encompasses the majority of the interior of the floor here. The tree itself's pretty thick. You only have maybe about a little over 15 foot diameter in this interior space. So the dome fills most of it.
You have a diamond that you're going to offer tomorrow.
It's just a small diamond. It's like a stud. It's a 50 gold diamond.
I mean, we have like platinum and gold and
I
stuff.
don't give him platinum. I don't care about these stupid gold anyway.
Well, yeah, we gotta give him something worthy enough to get permission for your convention. I mean, don't you want that?
Well, yeah, but like, I'm just gonna the traveler's gonna come. He's gonna talk to Avocado, and then he's gonna be like, "Hey, man, I'm a god. You're a god."
Yeah, but shouldn't we get on the right foot? I feel like if we just give a little bit of something nice up front, it could go a long way.
What if Avocado really is a god though, and the traveler's like, "Ooh."
I don't. Well, if he is a god, I don't know that he or they would appreciate you calling them avocado. But maybe we should just, be a good representative for the traveler, and then let the traveler do his, thing.
You wanna be a good representative for the traveler, Ford?
Do I?
Yeah. Is that what you want?
Is that what you want us to be?
An ambassador.
And
one would say.
also, if Avocado is a real god, then maybe he won't be threatened by the traveler. because
he shouldn't be, right?
Yeah. Well, he should be because the traveler is still pretty amazing and very powerful. So.
Well, but you know, you hope someone is like secure in themselves for our benefit, right?
Well, you know.
I mean,
do we want a god fight? We don't want a god fight.
Only one of them is a god, right?
Yeah.
Because
maybe.
Well, what? No. What if?
What if they're both not real gods? Then they're definitely gonna fight. Oh man.
What if they just get along? What if they're like, hey man?
Yeah, we are putting the cart before the horse.
True.
Let's figure out what we are dealing with before we even bring the traveler into it.
Why don't you guys ask the wild mother how she feels about the traveler?
I mean, I can't do it right now, but I've never gotten the sense that it was a particular problem. I mean, you know, you know, you've kind of got a weird little cult going, and that's okay. To be fair, I'm in a weird little cult. I mean, there's nothing unusual or wrong about that. It's, you know, all a god is really is a cult with a franchise. So, I mean, sorry, I got a little, but.
But you know what? To that point, you know what isn't a cult if you're following. I'm not helping.
I mean,
speaking of cults, this shit is creepy.
You know where we are now.
This shit is weird.
There's a bunch of weird stuff going on. The memory thing.
Is it, now that we're in the bubble, are we still getting the like there's something watching vibe?
Oh,
Take a perception check.
Ooh.
Plan all along, man. 19.
As they're all having this conversation, you kind of withdraw and then focus on the surroundings, and yeah, that still kind of sinking feeling in your chest, that sense that something is here.
This has been since we got here.
Seriously?
Since we got off the beach.
Hey, look at my sketchbook. Has the traveler written anything back to me?
Like a Ouija board?
No, not in the.
I'm gonna hold my pen right at the bottom.
That would be probably more the category of a commune spell or something.
I would cast Mage Hand and start moving.
Do a sleight of hand check.
Ooh, 17.
17. That's a precision. Yeah. No. What do you draw in Chester's notebook?
What did she ask earlier in the book?
You don't know what
I don't know.
Okay, I'll just write.
Sorry, I haven't been.
You're like drawing.
Didn't realize it's
Your right
muted.
hand, your lefty.
No,
Oh,
you're not
God,
late,
it's
Denari. I don't know if that's how you say
With
it.
my right hand holding your left hand.
We're just chilling, more or less. Once I finish,
Go on and kiss him.
and I get the meek,
Ford is ready.
then I will be editing the lore documentary.
It looks like a 2-year-old wrote it. It's the other hand. Did you ask what is watching us?
Yes. You're getting
Take a look at the description. If I have any creatures that you need or you want one of the
Rent or
stored
buy The
creatures
Wolf of
mentioned, I
Wall
have
Street
every
on
creature
YouTube. See the
except
dark comedy
for
inspired by
meek
true
right now.
events.
And
On your go-to
keep in mind,
app
I'm
for
pretty sure when
videos,
you
watch
trade
The Wolf of
things,
Wall
your
Street
skin
on YouTube.
also is saved. So if you're interested in getting a stored creature, let me know and I can show you the skins.
Gifts are always great. But do you know what makes them really magical?
I don't. I'm going to spend 10 minutes in cast commune.
Okay. Does anyone have an empty slot for their equipment slot? You're welcome. All for you. Anybody have an equipment slot that you filled? There you are.
Yeah, I do. I have an empty slot. What do you need?
I have a thing that you might, if you want to. I have a thing I'm not using that I was.
You're not using.
Why do I even talk to Lord?
Yeah, man.
Somebody has to set
I'm
the
sorry.
Against the new hair colors are red.
How much of your rate is just euphemism? Just. Okay.
What do you have? So much.
I have a charm of plant command.
That is pretty.
Necklace, or it's like
I
a
love
on a thread
that.
that will give you 3 times a day.
It's a nice
It will let you
skin.
not only speak with the plant and have them understand it, but they'll talk to you too and get an advantage on charisma checks to influence their behavior, demeanor, and attitude.
Yes, I want that. This is amazing.
All right, so I'm gonna, since I'm not using it anyway, yeah, I'm gonna throw you so that you can attune to it tonight. So,
beautiful.
So I'm going to. How do
What
I?
does it look like? Could you see?
It is a fist-sized charm that is made from a bundle of dried plant stems wrapped in silver thread, hung on a leather thong.
Yeah, a leather thong.
Hung on a leather thong. Thank you. It is typically worn around the neck or attached to a belt.
Or over your junk.
Or across the junk. To make it a more pleasant.
It's good to be back.
You were.
That's amazing. Okay.
So if you look up charm
Oh,
plant command,
jeez.
Okay.
I'm removing mine. It's gone.
I'm gonna add that in a second after I do my.
Yeah, do your thing and then catch up my.
So you, after acquiring your charm of flank command, you excitedly take a moment to concentrate and reach out your thoughts towards the traveler. Eventually, as everyone else is talking, their voices get a little muffled, that kind of, almost Peanuts adult, and you just hear the voice over your shoulder once more. You right?
What the hell's watching us?
You know it's community there. You generally
I know. Is it Vokodo that's watching us?
From what I can gather, it's quite an observant creature everywhere on the island.
Is he actually a god?
Not feeling a god-type presence on the island.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that people here are being influenced by him to stay?
You see, like, out of the corner of your eye, the traveler's kind of like waiting for the... Danny goes,
I'd say there's certainly some strange influence, and there's something to say.
Yeah. I have so many other questions.
Well,
Why are you back?
Jester, did the traveler confirm what he wrote before?
Oh, I forgot to ask him about it in my 3 questions. But
Must be true.
how did you know what he wrote before?
I was invisible and I saw over your shoulder.
You were not invisible, you were sitting
I
right
was super invisible. You didn't see me over there. I can do that sometimes.
What did he write? We can't know.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Well, night all.
Before we go to sleep, I propose a quick ritual.
Oh,
we should
wow.
adopt while we're on the island before we go to sleep and when we wake up. My name is Caduceus Clay. I'm from the Savalier Wood in the
I'm
Blooming
sorry,
Grove.
what is your problem?
My father's name is Cornelius. My mother's name is Constance. I'd say just say your name, where you're from, and one thing about your past.
Ooh, that's good.
Just for now.
You go, Bo.
My name is Beauregard Lionette. I'm from Comorta. My father's name is Thero. And I have a little brother named TJ.
Right. My name is Ford. I'm from Port Damali. I never knew my parents, but my former captain was Vendor.
Oh.
My
Actually, there is something I kind of
My
want
mom
to
is
show
the
you.
Ruby of the Sea. And, my dad sweats a lot.
My name is Caleb
Capture
Widogast.
device.
I was not born with the name Caleb Widogast.
Let me turn
My
the
parents are
light on because light needs to be on.
My name is Beth Bernato. I'm an alcoholic. And my husband's name is Yeza. My son's name is Luke. And I'm from Felderwin.
Your parents' names.
Oh, I don't remember.
Good, because I remember.
You remember my parents' name?
Yes.
Oh, I know it. It's Travis and Laura.
No.
No, it's Travis and
That is
Ashley.
Dad's name.
It's Travis and Ashley?
Laura works too. It's Laura Ashley.
It's Travis and Ashley? Is that what I said?
Yeah.
What, I made that shit up?
My name is.
I'm gonna
Beth
turn
Van
the
Buren.
camera on for a
I
moment
am
because
from the
I
southern wastes of
I
Jordas,
did a thing.
And I don't.
Check
I
that
don't-
out.
I don't know who my parents are, so.
If you like Wings of Fire, that is a
Yes, I
sand
was
wing.
married to
Let me,
a woman named Zoella.
I don't know how well you can see it, but the sail and the wing membrane is semi-transparent.
That almost makes me more nervous.
Yeah, could be.
I am so bad at trying to
Any
navigate
indication on
backwards,
this creepy feeling that
and the fire is semi-transparent as well. So I thought that was pretty cool. Pretty proud of it. I'm going to be doing the other tribes, and at some point I'm going to be trying to figure out a commission system for them. And there's a lot of colors that will work really wonderfully with sea wings.
Has anyone noticed? Like, okay, sorry, I know we all feel bad.
Like, seriously, so there's maybe 4 or 5 colors that work for a sand wing. There's only a couple colors that work for a mud wing. There's only, well, you can use any color for a rain wing. There's only so many for the sky wings. But the sea wings, you've got like 3 different purples, you've got 3 different greens, you've got 3 different blues, you've got aquas, you've got pinks, you've got white.
They get ASMR.
And then for the clear, otherwise there's maybe
Jester lets out her little
3
toot as she's
clear,
after she goes to sleep.
like semi-transparent colors. But for the sea wings, you have pink, you have red.
And as the morning comes and consciousness finally
I
calls you
think
back to the
there's
world
like an orangey that can be mixed with some other things. You have yellow, you have just straight up clear. There's blue, there's aqua, there's green, and then there's sparkly colors, and then there's glow in the dark, which is amazing. So if I do commissions, I think the sea wings, I'll have like a little extra to have the markings actually glow in the dark. Oh yeah, and the glow in the dark, it's not just the one color, it's not just clear that glows in the dark. There's also pink and green that glows in the dark. So there's so many options for them.
Hey critters, Laura Bailey here. Let's see what's up in the Critical Role shop.
Oh,
it's perfect for the home or office or your bathroom. Ooh, look at this. Look at the details. Ooh.
Let's
Darling, I recommend buying 2. One for you
skip
and
the
another for you. Let's be honest.
break.
It's so cute. I can't handle it. This is a lot of stuff, you guys. We have like so many cool things right now. Oh, there's some more. Now available in the
And welcome back. So, Mighty 9. After a night's rest, the morning comes, you awaken refreshed. I need you all to roll an investigation check.
We rolled so well before.
Investigation?
Yes, like
Yours almost looks like a sandwing hybrid.
Okay.
Am I right? What is that, sandwing nightwing? Or just did your character have the entire back of their neck tattooed?
Pick an item in your inventory.
Oh.
I knew it! Those fuckers are gonna steal shit!
No, they can't come in the bubble.
No one in the bubble unless they're burrowing them up.
No, the horns look distinctly sandwing.
Like compelling you to give it to them.
Yeah.
Well, anything? What do we pick?
Pick an object in your inventory, just something you have.
Just anything.
Anything.
Like a bedroll.
Yeah.
Yeah. a ball bearing? Do you have like a screw?
You can't choose like a single ball bearing. It would be your ball bearing. Control, but like just something.
Ooh.
Tinderbox?
Aw. I have a blanket. I'm gonna get rid of my blanket.
We don't know what's happening to it. I'm just saying. The tinderbox.
Yeah,
A blanket. Okay. Jester.
I have a bottle of hair oil.
Okay.
Oh, from the crazy ass shop?
Yeah, thanks, Nat. Okay. So you all wake up, you all gather your things, and your morning has begun. What do you want to do?
We want to, of course, go find Iridian.
Memory check first thing in the morning. We don't obviously want to go around just as a...
Oh, yeah, bugger line it.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah.
Sam, participate.
Oh, sorry, what?
It's happening.
It's already happening.
I just can't remember what we were doing today.
We always like the memory thing.
We're doing that again?
Yep.
Not really.
It's just checking to make sure it works. Yeah, and none of you have any memory lapse issues.
Should we make our way out to try and find it?
Yasha, the blanket that you generally kind of keep is just one element of comfort amongst the harsh interiors. Don't know where it is, you can't find it.
What's the matter?
Is your whoopee gone?
My whoopee?
Wow.
Yeah.
What's my whoopee?
You know, your bunkie, your binky, your blankie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gone. And I'm British. I don't remember how I used to speak.
This island. There's weird shit in it. You can look for it if you want to make a perception check.
Yeah, I'm gonna. You see, is it here?
What color was it?
It's just black.
Is it this one?
Black blankets. No.
Is it this one?
That's mine.
Oh,
I was
19. You take a little bit of time in the house and you end up finding it tucked in one of the beds. You just lost track of it. It's weird.
Oh, okay. Yeah, who knows? Maybe at some point I'll show everybody my OCs in that game. Actually, let me... I have to go AFK, I just said, so let me find a sheltered spot. There, perfect. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. What creature? The Nalriki or someone else? Oop. Oh. Hang on, let's wait for a second. Come on, come on. Please, please, please. No. Come on, please, please. Okay, you know what? This is unbelievably frustrating. So I think I am going to go and start editing the lore documentary. Whew. I'm so proud of this bit. the ending of it is a little Hello, Rose. Yes, you do get spoilers. Okay. Well, see ya. Good luck on that math. Okay, yeah, I cannot have that swell there. So what happens if I go to speed, wisdom, maybe... Is the swell apparent? The swell is still apparent. actually need the trail off if I do that. Okay, I need a name for the spot that's north of Redwood Creek. Basically, this spot with the waterfall kind of hidden in the cave. Would this be the edge of the northern plain? Of the plains? The southern edge of the plains, I should say. There is also a plains, though, to the, I guess it would be the west of Flyer's Playground, I think it's called, which is over by Flower Cove. I guess for now, Redwood Creek, northern edge. I mean southern, Oh my god. No, it is, yeah, because I'm using Redwood Creek, so it is north. This would be great for the Dora documentary. Okay, which one is this called? Just gotta take another bite of my lunch. Through Finder. Good luck with that. Are you trying the new version or what? Avirma, I think. Oh. that's a vibe. What do I have that's like exciting but not tense? Hang on, it seems that I have more dishes to go put away, so BRB again. Hello, I'm back. Okay, let's see. This is going to be the shortest documentary yet, by a long shot. Unfortunately, that chat bubble kind of ruins it. if you have any questions or suggestions, just let me know. Okay, this needs a... Was that the very beginning? No, it only lasts a second, so... What am I watching for this? Nope, that's not the one I was thinking of. Is it Battle Against a God? Is that the name of it? I know, right? So, let me type it in the chat. There's a really amazing site I found that you can get all this great music free. And if you look him up, you should be able to find it. That's not the one I was thinking. Okay, so it looks like... Okay, Ready to Fight is the name of that track. Oh, here's that song. I like that one. Here it is. Oh, the Sheltered Falls, that's what I called it. Oh, hey, that's the track I used earlier. Yeah, let's bring it back in opposite context. That sounds good. Let's see, okay. Hang on, gotta go back to Finder. Where'd my pencil go? There it is. Now, again, have to figure out which music I want where. action fight would fit it best. Or ready to fight. Ready to fight has a long build up. See, it is poisonous. It's 105 to... Okay, so that's a minute and a half. With that, there's a weird effect going on here. Kill Sans bold. Oh boy. There's an error message coming up. Hang on. Come on. It should be enough. Yeah, sorry about that. My computer is chock full, which is why I'm so eager to get these documentary is done so I can get the footage off of my computer. Oof. Pizza! Ooh. Yeah, my parents had to come in and remind me to eat food. Nice. Wait, 20. So that would be, yeah, that would be 8 p.m. Oh. Cool. Yeah, it's 3 o'clock here. p.m. Katie? Oh, this is... Slow it down, but just a tiny bit. Oof. Yeah. I think this music works pretty well. Jesus. Okay, I'm using the fade to black to signify passing of a long time. Wait, no, it's cross blur. Oh, what timing is that? Oh yeah, but there's one song in here. I like to call it Anxiety Incarnate. This is why. It just has you on the edge of your seat like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, there's gonna be a jump scare. Why? Why is this happening? Jump scare, jump scare. Alright. 32. Okay, so 30 seconds isn't too bad. Flooding the chat is fine. Okay, so for the last, like, minute, I want to leave it off on a good note. Oof. Year 8. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to convert that to US years. You are speaking another language to me. Tier 3 rules? What are Tier 3 rules? I don't know what that is. Okay. No, this is not quite. I don't know if this place is anywhere but the US, but my favorite pizza place is Lido's. They have the square pizzas. No, just try that. Oh yeah, so the corners are like extra crispy, so my whole family fights over the corners. Chippy. That is so weird to me. Oh, actually, I think I can get rid of the lure stuff because it's in the thing. Okay. Lure stuff can go. I have no idea what that is. Oh, come on, I just got rid of so much stuff. Why is... Oh geez, what just happened? Something closed. Something closed. It was definitely not supposed to. gonna pull up my movie again because, oh no. Please load. Oh, thank God. Let's see. Hello, Kermit. I see you have Afton as your last name. Are you a FNAF fan? Are you going to Kermit murder? That was a bad joke, I'm sorry. Sorry, right now I'm trying to clear up space in my computer so that I can actually get stuff done. Oh, yeah, the blue. Blue is nice. Ooh. Yes, a Korean is pretty nice. That's pretty good. I have so much reference. Oh, nice. And the thing is, I had an idea for what music I wanted to use for the end of this, and now I forgot it. R.I.P. That's not you can do. I have a Discord in the description, so you can join the Discord and you could put a video in there. Oh, hello. Yes, I can see several people. So if you want to hop into my Discord server, go ahead. I forgot what I was doing again. Why is this stuff still in here? I thought we'd gotten rid of that. That doesn't fit with the rest of my stuff. Okay, that could be. Here we go. Now I need to write down their usernames. Hang on, I thought I saw his name there. Come on, where is the name? Sorry, I cannot see the chat at the moment. Oh, it's mythical slug cat, but I don't know. Okay, it looks like it's lowercase. Oh, well, see ya. Looks like I am done anyway, so... Wow, I am just a garbage fire today. Where's my list? I know I pulled it out. And it looks like I'm going to have to stop the stream here because I am going to need to restart my computer in order to have enough space, I believe. So I will see you later.